What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm William. It's February 17th, over halfway through the month. Saturday, and it's a holiday weekend actually. I forgot. It's I think President's Day. So I'll likely be doing a stream on Monday as well, mainly because I'll be off. So maybe that'll be a long one. Maybe I'll do some work. Who knows? We'll see. No real agenda for today. No. I may do anything. I may end up editing a video. However, if you're watching this and you want to talk about some stuff, I would highly recommend put it in there, unless you're just going to go dip out, because I may jump into editing if I don't get anything. All right, I think I had some messages I got to respond to. I think maybe I don't have messages. I heard my phone just go off a few times. Maybe. Oh. Oh yeah. Why don't you ask in the, we have a whole Slack for that, bro. Give me a second. Yeah, ask that in Slack from here on out. I don't want people thinking that they can just join this, because it's not true. If you're watching this and you see this message, no, you all can't just join this. There's only people in my Slack channel. Sign in. Put this over there. All right. Yeah, you should be good to go. I heard that the Fuji X100 version 6 or whatever it is going to come out. And I hope that that's true, because I'm going to get it. Do a little bit of lookup. I'm gonna share my screen, do a little bit of looking. So let's go to Fuji. Oops, that's not how you spell Fuji. Fuji, that's not how you spell Fuji either. Fuji X100. I don't know what they're gonna call it. Is it gonna be X maybe, or maybe they'll use I? I doubt it's gonna be called V6. That doesn't make sense to me. So we get the latest rumors. I went to the camera store, to the Houston Camera Exchange the other day, and they said that it'll probably be announced at the Fuji X event, which I actually have on my calendar.
Yo,
what's up? Wait, is this the camera, or wait, what is this? So far, we've only seen a leaked image. Fuji rumors February 4th. While it doesn't show the whole camera.
Are you trying to get a new camera?
Not trying. I will be getting a new camera. I don't try to do things. That's what other people do who don't accomplish it. They try.
Yeah, I guess.
I do. There's a difference.
Yeah. Also, it's the Fuji X 500.
Yeah, basically the new version of the one that I have. So I have the 5, and I bought mine like the day that it was announced. I think in 2020. So it's been 4 years. And yeah, I'm ready for a new one because there are some issues with that one that like I wish were better. For instance, I wish that it would have came with in-body image stabilization. It doesn't have
In-body
that.
image stabilization.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's stabilization in the body.
Stabilization.
Like literally, it's yeah. I would have said IBIS. That's why I didn't say IBIS. We would normally call it IBIS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually spelled. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't have that. So low light shooting can be a little bit of a challenge because like you have to have a longer shutter speed, but the camera isn't stabilized, so you end up with blurry images.
What is the shutter speed? Is it like when it clicks and then?
Yes, except the Fuji X100 series has a leaf shutter. It doesn't have a
leaf shutter.
Yeah, it has a leaf shutter.
So how is a leaf shutter different?
Think about if you're in jail and you drop the soap.
Oh, never mind.
Leaf shutter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it is gonna have it. Let's see, IBIS. So I don't know if it's gonna have IBIS, but I think it's gonna have the new extra. Well, not new. It's newer. They're gonna have the newer X-Trans 5 sensor, which I'm hoping is gonna be 40 megapixels, which is the same that the XT5 had. And I had the XT5. I bought that one last year, but then I decided to sell it because I'm just like, all right, I only want one interchangeable lens system, which is my Sony's. And I'm like, I'll just wait for the X100 to get the X-Trans 5 sensor. So the current one, I want to say is 20, like the X-Trans 4 sensor that's in the Fuji X100V, the fifth iteration, is a 26 megapixel sensor, APS-C sensor. Whereas this new one, if it's 40 megapixels, that means that I get additional reach. So maybe I can get, I can crop in so that I have like a 90 mil equivalent, or maybe even, I don't know, maybe even like a 100 mil equivalent, maybe 120, so before it starts to break down.
I see. That's interesting stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's useful for me because this is a fixed lens camera. So it's not like I can put another lens on and zoom in. So the only way that I can zoom is by cropping.
Yes.
And if you're cropping, that means you're throwing away data. So obviously you want more of it to begin with so that the image doesn't break down. And I actually do print my photos. So that's the thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Since I print my stuff. And
you do print some pictures.
Yeah. Well, I print them, I don't hang them. That's the issue. But who knows? Maybe I'll start hanging them. I actually bought the gear, like mounting hardware to do it, but then I'm like, man, I just want to pay someone else to come and do this. So I'm gonna print some more stuff, and then I'm gonna go to my storage and get some of my other stuff, and then I'm gonna have someone just do it. Like they can get it all level.
Yeah. You do have like what, 3, I believe?
I have more than that.
Oh yeah, more than that.
Yes.
So I do remember you got 3. Was it black and white or?
The ones you showed, I have 2 black and white, and I have 2 color ones that are here. But I also have stuff that's in my store. I have a storage unit. That's the other thing.
Oh, okay. So you got a bunch of other stuff there as well.
Maybe not. I wouldn't call it a bunch. Yeah, it's a small storage. I think it's like a 5x10, something like that, or a 5x. I don't know. It's a 5x something. It's more than a 5x5. I know that for sure. But I'm in a smaller place. My last place was a 2-bedroom, and when I downsized to a 1-bedroom when I moved back to America, I was just like, I'll just put the stuff that I don't really need that much in storage. So now, like, I've gotten rid of some of my furniture, like my dining room table, my other, like, I had another bed set. I had like other nice, like I had like, I'm a grown man. I don't know if you realize I actually have furniture. So I got rid of all that. Now the only thing that's in my storage is like the crates for some of my artwork. So like, I got the crate for that art. I got crate for the art that people can't actually see over there, and I also have other things there. I'll just say that. I should put that my racing wheel there too. I have a racing sim set up that
I think you showed me.
sometimes. Well, I mean, sometimes I'll pull it out, but like I'd rather put that in storage.
Yeah, it does take some space, but it does look cool too.
Yeah, I don't. Looks are not that important to me. I care more about having a nice clutter-free space, not a lot of shit. I actually offered it to one of my friends, sell it to him for like 500.
Yeah, did he accept or?
He said, I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, yo, like if you want it, I'll give it to you for 500. And I'm just like, this pedal set alone is more than 500.
Yeah, it even has like the actual system thing as well, right? To mimic the whole car experience.
No, it's not like that. Here, let me see. It's who's the brand that does this? Fanatec, Fanatic, I think, and then it's the Club Sport V3 pedals inverted or something like that. Yeah, here we are. So just the pedals cost more than I offered.
Oh wow. Wait. Oh, it's the camera. All right.
Wait. No. Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, we're watching the stream.
Yeah,
good.
It's on stream. My bad. I forgot.
No,
So yeah, just this alone is more than $500.
Yeah, I see it. $559.
Yeah.
Oh, $599. The pedals.
The whatever the frame, all of that I had to put the pedals on. I think that was over 500. I think the wheel was like 750.
So you used to play what, Gran Turismo or Forza using
that? It was Forza and F1.
Oh, okay. I forgot F1 had a game. Okay.
Yeah. But it's not the same as driving on a real track. And when I bought this, it was during COVID when I couldn't go to the track as much as I used to. So, when everybody was at home and just blowing money. So yeah, this was my blow money. I bought an Xbox One, whatever the new one is, for overprice. And then I bought the other shit. So I think I dropped like $3,000 just to be able to kind of like play,
why not
these games. Well, why not? It's because I'm not really into that kind of stuff, and it shows because I've used the wheel and I've used the setup a total of maybe 10 or 12 hours in the 4 years that I've owned it.
Oh,
so that's a why not?
I see.
Oh. Also, it's not good to just blow through money. That's another why
not. I agree, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've done that, which is why I know it's stupid to do,
Yeah.
So it took me a while to get my spending under control. There was a point when I was spending $20,000 a month for like years, and now I'm just like, yeah. Oh, what's up?
Well,
what's up, Kyle?
You did learn a bunch of stuff from it as well. So
yeah.
I mean,
but even so, like, it's not even about learning. Like, now I look back, I'm just like, man, like, that was dumb. Like, shit that I don't even need. Just get it. Just because, Stuff that I wouldn't do again. I'm like, now, I'm glad that I had enough sense. Well, it's not, honestly, I can't even call it sense. Let's just say I grew out of it. How about that? So it's like, after a while, it's like, oh, shit, I can buy anything I want. I'm going to go buy anything I want. Oh, wow. Buying anything I want doesn't actually do much for me.
Wait, how long did that spree last? Like you said, 1 year, 2 years?
About 4, maybe 5, 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years? Oh, wow.
It wasn't a spree. It was just like,
Just buy stuff you just want to buy. Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But I'm out of that now, right? I've grown as a person. Now I'm the exact opposite. I'm proud of myself. I've gotten my spending down. I only spend $7,000 a month now. So I'm just like,
Oh wow,
I'm
that's
like,
impressive actually.
well, I thought I
Cause
told y'all last year where I was like, I'm
yeah, you
working on
did.
trying to get my spending in order. That was
Yeah,
what I
but
was talking about.
you did manage. Cause last time you were like 12K or something.
Nah, it wasn't impulsive spending, Kyle. It was the fact that I had a GT3, a Panamera GTS, a TRX. You know, all of these cars that I had. It was because of that.
Oh, so
My
it was mostly
apartment,
cars.
like a house payments, other things. Yeah.
Yeah. Sup, Kyle?
Plus
I
some of
forgot
the
he was in
spending that I
chat.
was doing for what I was building. Like I'm counting all of that. I'm not just saying like personal spending. Like all of the spending. I just looked at whatever would leave my account at the end of the month. Or
Yeah, well,
technically, it didn't leave my. I mean, it did, but I have this weird thing. Some people call it weird. I call it weird, where it's like money in certain accounts. I look at it as not my money.
you're
So
looking at your future self
no, it's not
monies.
even about future self. It's just like if I have a business,
Oh yeah,
that's technically my
that's the
business's
business
money.
money.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just
Yeah.
looking at like all of the. I'm not actually looking at just personal. If we're looking at personal, my personal spending has never been 25,000 a month. I think the most that's ever been was 15. But when it comes to like the business stuff, 5, 10 grand,
Oh,
it's not that big
well,
of a
if
deal.
that's the business stuff, then
Some
that's.
of it was the business stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm being very, being very clear here. Some of it was business stuff. The majority of it was stupid spending on dumb shit. Like now, if I were to fly somewhere, I would probably fly premium economy. Not premium economy. What's the other one? That not the economy plus on United, whatever that one is.
No
Uh,
business. I thought you flew business.
well, I did. That's the point. Kyle is asking, is that including rent and car shit? Yeah, it's including everything, Kyle. Not just car shit. No, I'm not that dumb, bro. No, it was like rent, car shit, my office space, business expenses, and I'm also looking at an average spend because, yeah,
Oh, you had an office space, or
yeah,
do you mean the one like a previous like a separate
I had
office
a
that
separate
you?
office. Yeah.
Oh wow. So was it when you moved back to America that you built your office like in the?
No, no. When I came back to America, I was actually coming back for vacation. The country where I was meant to go back to shut
Oh,
down, and I was living in a hotel for like 2 weeks. And yeah, that was a lot. I was just like, wait a minute, this is 2 months of rent. Fuck this. So I hit up my place, and I'm just like, I want to come back. And they're like, oh, you're coming back. We're happy to have you. So it was just like a few days later, I'm back here. And that townhouse that y'all were supposed to stay in, they gave me
yeah.
that for a week. So I ended up staying there for a week
Oh,
while we figured out things.
I see.
Yeah, so
So
it was yeah. My bad. What were you saying?
if yeah, so if it weren't for the COVID, then you'd have went back to, was it Oman or Singapore?
Oman.
Oman. So you were gonna live there if it wasn't for COVID, or at least.
I was planning to go back.
Oh, okay,
Like I was
not
floating
fully.
through life at that. I mean, I'm still kind of floating through life a little bit. I'm a little bit more settled down, but back then I was very much just like wherever the wind blows, that's where I'm going. It's just like I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go there. Now it's a little bit harder for me to do that because I have my dog that's here with me now, and then I have stuff. Like I have
You got
stuff.
a business and stuff that
No,
you,
I don't
I
have a
mean,
business anymore. I don't do that anymore. I don't know if you've realized. I don't act like I have a regular job now. I'm like every one of you all.
I mean,
I go to work for someone else now.
you do have a business, no? Code and Color.
Mm, it's not a
Well,
business unless money is going in and out. And right now, money is not going in.
wait, I thought you also had another business like a real estate stuff or
It's
something.
not really a business.
It- oh, okay.
I wouldn't call it a bit. Like it's not something that keeps me busy. The root word of busyness or business is busyness.
Hmm.
It's not doing that. It's just like it's there. I would call it more an investment.
Oh, okay. Long term
Yeah, at this
thing.
point, yeah, it's
Okay.
like I don't really have to do anything. Now, in the future, I would like to make that my business, where it's like that's what I occupy myself with. That's what I focus on. But at the moment, I'm not doing that. I am out of the market until until life starts to look a little bit more not like it is, aka housing prices aren't stupid, interest rates aren't stupid,
Yeah, shit. So
the
everything's like dumb now.
the fabric of our like crime is not as stupidly high, insurance is not as stupidly like all the things. It's just like at this point to earn a profit is very hard with that. Now if I'm building, which is something that I would like to do, then yeah, maybe I can get into that. But that's more of a post what I'm doing now kind of thing, right? I
Okay.
can't split my time
Yeah. Well,
that much.
I'm seeing in Slack that you're getting slowly getting back to it, to the business world, or
Oh
like trying to
yeah, making a move.
slowly.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll
Oh,
see.
that's dope.
It's hard. I can't say. It's not really up to me. No,
Hmm.
Kyle, you're welcome. I mean, if you click the button, you can pop in.
Yeah, Kyle, join us, bro.
Yeah, we could
Hey,
talk
what?
about this camera that I'm trying to get. This X100 6. This will actually be me trying to get it though, like real talk, because there's a high likelihood that if I don't wake up in time for the
It's going to
announcement,
be sold out.
yeah. So basically, I like kind of like when I bought the Vision Pro, I had to wake up at 4:50 in the morning to make sure I can buy it. So
Oh
it'll be the
wow.
same
Did
thing.
did the Vision Pro sell out after
I
some
don't know.
time?
I don't know. I just know that I had to wake up at 4:50 to put my pre-order in because I didn't know. Whereas this, I'm pretty sure this will sell out because the last one sold out within weeks. No, within days,
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah, weeks or days, and it's been sold out ever since.
Wow.
Here, let's see what the X100V is going for right now. X100V, cleaning the office. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what is this? NX Mini. I might have to get this. Did I tell you that the NX is like one of my favorite? No, that wasn't you. That was someone else. Wait, is this an interchangeable lens one? Oh, no, I can't get it. I would like to get it, but I don't want to buy lenses. Oh, shit. So I used to own Samsung cameras. I had the NX 300 and the NX 500. It was my goal to get an NX 1, but then they basically canceled the product. To date, this is by far like my best camera experience ever. Oh, it comes with the lens, 9mm. Oh, it's a 3.5 to 9. No, it's not that fast.
So, what does the lens millimeters? You said 3.5.
That's the focal
9.
length.
Oh,
So
okay.
the smaller the number, the wider the angle of view.
I see. That makes sense. I just get confused.
And this other number, where was it? This number right here, that 3.5, 9.
Yeah.
That is at least. I mean, that should be the aperture. So the min aperture is, I'm going to assume 3.5, and the max is 9. But I actually don't know. Like I don't know. I know how to read it online, but I think that is though. Let me see. See if it has the lens stuff on here. Yeah, it's a f3.5. Oh, they gave, okay, I see what they're doing. They're listing it as the ratio, which I guess that makes sense. All right, let's go to the thing that we were going to look at. So we're going to say Fuji X100V. And oh, they've come down. They were in like the 2000s before.
What are they now?
Oh wait, silver original box. It looks like, I don't know, like you could get one for like 14, 16, 18. Let's just say maybe you're looking at about 1750. I don't think it cost that when it was new, but this is for used, I think. Unless this new in box, this is 1800, but this is, when does this end? Did it complete? Huh. we don't know what this is actually going to go for. It's 1,800 the best offer, so maybe they'll sell it for lower. But I imagine that the prices are going down because the anticipation of the X106 coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of the other things about the 6 that I'm hoping is going to have is better focus.
Better focus.
Yeah, better focus, faster focus, as well as quieter focus. Because right now when you do the focus, it's like makes that you can hear it. It's not like my Sony's where it's dead silent and instant. So I want better focus ability, like in the speed of the focus, as well as eye recognition, face recognition, some other things. I want to see what it has. I think some other folks are saying they want another film simulation, but I'm just like you can make your own. Just like it's like,
film simulation.
Do we really need Fuji to give us another one? Like, yeah. So that's one of the cool things about Fuji cameras is that a lot of people will shoot in JPEG only for Fujis.
Yeah.
And it's because you can bake in like a look at the time that you shoot using film simulations. In fact, there is a website called Fuji Weekly or something like Fuji X Weekly, I think.
All right, search it up.
I'm pulling it up now.
Oh, you're pulling it up. All right.
Yeah, so here's some images. So all of these images are, of I guess different recipes or films like settings that this guy has made for his images, and he shares them, or maybe it's a group of people, I don't know. He shares them. So let's go through, look at some of them.
Very crisp looking pictures.
Here, all right, so here's an example of like a recipe. So let's emulsion 86, for instance. And he kind of, he'll give a sample image, give a little bit of talk about, what it is, the styling and all that kind of stuff, what it may be good for. And then he actually goes in detail about how to set it up and why some of the decisions were made. So here's the actual recipe here. And what I've found is that I try not to use clarity at all. So that's another thing. I hope that the processor in the Fuji is better, aka faster. Because anytime I turn on the clarity option or I include an additional sharpness, it takes a long time for that to process. So it's like I'll take a picture, I have to wait like a second or 2 seconds before I can take another picture, while it writes it to the SD card.
I see.
And yeah, here's just all in one place. So you go into the settings, and then you would do these things, and then you would have this look, and you can save it as a custom color profile in your camera, and pull it up
dope.
at will. Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay.
What kind of camera system do you have? What do you use?
Camera? Just a phone.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like kind of mesmerized by these type of things, or by the camera.
Well, I would recommend this.
That was my first one.
Well,
I feel like that should be the final boss.
Here, I'll show you the one I'm looking for. Like, I ordered it last year, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, we don't know when you're gonna get it." I'm like, so I'm just giving you this interest-free ass loan. It's just like you're not gonna tell me when I'm getting my. So I'm like, give me my money back. They had to get like management approval and shit. They're like, so like it's over a certain amount. I'm like, y'all don't have to get the approval to take my money. That's over a certain amount. It's like you got to get approval to give it back when you haven't sent me the fucking product. But yeah, this to me is what I would consider like an aspirational product, and this is just like this would be the replacement to my X100 because it's a fixed lens camera. And it's a full frame camera. It's got a full frame sensor, so it's got better low light ability, which is important to me because my main complaint with my X100 is if I want to be in low light, which believe it or not, a lot of environments are low light, especially when you're inside. Like we may look at it and be like, oh, it's bright in here, but your camera is like, nah, it's not bright. It's not bright enough.
Let's see.
Let me show you another.
Leica Q3. Okay.
Is it the I think it's the Leica M11. There's a new one out, I think.
Oh, so Leica has like its own brand? I thought it was food under Fuji or something.
They're not even the
Okay.
same country.
Okay.
Leica's
I mean,
German,
I
bro.
thought it was.
The
Oh, it is German.
Germans, the Austrians. I don't know if they're Austrian. I'm just saying that. But you see here how this price is a little bit different from the little.
Oh yeah.
This is just
Fuji.
for the body, by the way. This is just for the body.
Oh wow. What about the lenses?
That's what. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. That's what that means. Here, I'll show you. Let's go back to the here. So this is $16.99. So when you start to understand that cameras aren't cheap, you'll be like, okay, all right. For this type of camera, like to me, this is like the. I want to call it. It's like the Ferrari of cameras, but maybe that's inaccurate.
Mm. Yeah, I guess I'll work my way up there. But how about a good intro camera to get into like the field?
So
Or
the main thing that you want to consider when buying a camera is the lens ecosystem.
okay.
I am very partial to Sony. So like
Okay,
it's hard for me not
Sony.
to say Sony something. However, I have a better experience with my Fuji than I do with the like Sony is more like, it works. So let me go grab it. I'll go grab it.
All right.
Did we not do photo? Did we? Oh, we didn't do a photo walk when you were here. That would have
Yeah,
been
we
the
were
time.
supposed to do that. Yeah.
We were. All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
Let me switch over to the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on just in case I drop it.
Yeah.
All right, so the thing about the Sony is you see how it's got a grip, like
Yes.
it's bigger. It's got the stuff that I need. It's got dials and shit, which are customizable on the front, on the back, and the top here.
I see it.
Yeah, all of those are customizable. All of these buttons are customizable. You got an EVF on this one that lines up with your, with where you see, like it lines up. So the sensor is in the middle, EVF is in the middle. So you look through and you see what the camera sees and not like off to the side. So this is actually, really good. It's got IBIS, the end body image stabilization, and it's full frame. Now, and it's also interchangeable, right? So interchangeable just means that like I can take off the lenses.
Okay. So let's see. Sony has, like you said, a good lens ecosystem.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The focus, fast as fuck and quiet. You don't hear it. In fact, I'm gonna turn this on right quick, and I'm gonna put it next to the thing, and I'm gonna just focus it, and you won't hear anything. It's focusing right now. In fact, it just focused. So here, let's do it again. You don't hear anything, do you?
No, nothing.
Yeah, I'll even turn off my music right quick. How do I do that? Where's music?
Let me turn up my music on my volume.
You won't hear it. I can't even hear it. I'm putting the lens literally right here. You shouldn't hear anything. It's dead.
Not at all.
However, let's get the Fuji out, which is a fixed lens. So I can't pull this lens off. Right?
I see.
It has dials, but they're not customizable, which I'm okay with that because once you learn where they are, like you're good. So here it has the exposure dial, and you can pull it up and you can change your ISO. You can put the ring down, and you can change the exposure. You got exposure compensation right here. You got your focus modes right here on the side. You have this little switch here that goes both ways with a button. This has a built-in ND filter and a built-in flash, but this is a rangefinder style camera. So you'll notice that the viewfinder is on the it's offset from the where the sensor is.
Hmm.
You'll also notice that you can see through the viewfinder right now. It's got an optical. It's got something called a hybrid viewfinder. So if I turn it on, and I'm going to turn on the EVF, and you will see something change. If I can get it, do that. All right, so now you see how it's blacked out now, right here.
Yeah,
That's because it has a EVF as well. So it has
Oh,
both.
so
It's
I
both
see.
optical and electronic. I'm sorry, electronic viewfinder. Whereas on this, it's just an electronic viewfinder. No flash. You got to put all that stuff on yourself. And the experience on this, I think, is better. Like this screen here, for instance, if it'll focus, you can't even tell that it flips out, but it does. It flips up
Oh,
like that.
wow. Okay.
Whereas on the Sony, you can kind of tell because it's kind of, it kind of sticks out. If I can get it to do it, you see it kind of sticks out and it flips out like this, which honestly I hate. I hate it. The photographer in me hates it because when I'm out taking pictures and I have something low, I have to pull it out and then flip it. So now my camera is much wider versus with this, I can keep it down at my hip and just flip the screen up and people don't even know that I'm taking pictures. Whereas this, people are definitely gonna know.
I see.
So it really comes down to like, what are you after? This is easy to carry around. You don't have to make any decisions. You don't have to go buy extra shit. Like if you bought this Fuji here, you're not done. You also have to go and pick a lens.
Oh, okay.
And Fuji has a lot of lenses. I just don't like most of them. That's just me being honest. The focus is not great.
That great? Okay.
Nah, they're loud. Most of them are old. Here, let me pull up Fuji. Is it Fujinon? Their lenses, Fujinon, yeah. Wait, cinema. Fuji lens. Maybe it's not Fujinon. Could be just under X, yeah. All right, yeah, so these are their lenses, and they have a few. Let me go to X mount, because that's the only mount that I would use, mainly because that's what I've only used their X sensors. You'll see here that they have these lenses. It seems like a lot, right? You're like, oh yeah, they have a lot of lenses. All right.
Wait, I think you're are you sharing your screen?
Oh, I'm not. My bad.
Stream?
Yeah.
In the stream, yeah.
Who is this? Yeah, calling from who? Oh yeah, how are you? I'm 6 days. Wait, do y'all not have my credit card on file? Yeah, it should be on auto pay. I set that up a long time ago. Give me a second.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know. Is it expired? Is that it? All right. Okay. All right. I think my credit card might be expired.
Oh, it did?
I don't know. I think so. What else could it be?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Give me a second. Let me give you another card. It'll be the same thing, but just give me a second. I would prefer to not do it that way. Can I like go in person? I don't want to download any apps. I don't want to deal with y'all's apps. Okay. All right, cool. I'll wait, hold on. You said 2002-007? Yeah, that's definitely expired. I don't even have a card with 2007 anymore. All right, I'll swing by there at some point today. All right, thank you. All right, man, that sucks. They don't take credit card information over the phone, so I have to go there.
Oh yeah.
This fucking sucks. I
It's-
fucking hate doing shit. Oh my gosh, it's like oh my, I don't even know what to do anymore. It's like, what's the
Me too.
point of?
I mean, might as well hire an assistant. Why don't you hire an assistant?
I could
Or
ask
you
one of
don't
my
want-
friends to see.
Yeah, just hire one.
Well, my friend, I'm not gonna hire one. My friend has one. I just use this.
Oh yeah.
But I would have to
that
give him my
works.
credit card. That's the thing. Like, I have to give him my credit card to go do the thing, because they're like, oh, we can't take it over the phone. It's just like, then why the fuck did you just call me and ask, do I want to pay it? It's just like, it's like,
Oh wait,
yeah,
did she
like
ask that?
they called me. They're like, oh, just to let you know, it's 6 days past due. Would you like to pay it? I was like, what are you talking about? And then when I'm like, oh, here's the cards. Oh, we can't take it over the phone. You have to download our app. It's like, I'm not about to fucking download an app. What the hell I look like?
Well,
All right, give me a second. I gotta put this on my to-do list to make sure I actually do it. Remind me to pay Q Smart before the end of the day. Bitch, I'm sick of
Yes.
Siri and her dumbassness.
been a while since I used Siri.
Remind me to go to Q Smart to pay the storage bill.
Okay, I added it. Let me know if you'd like to add a time or location. You can say something like
Shit, I don't care. Just leave me alone. All right, cool. All right, I got to do that after the stream. I got to do that after the stream. All right, cool. That actually gives me that. You know what? This is the perfect opportunity, because I have other
Dude.
shit that I want to put in the storage, and I've been putting it off since my truck was stolen. Because that's what I was going to do the day that my truck was stolen. I had
Just
went down
put
there
stuff
with
in the
boxes.
storage?
Yeah. So you know when you came here, I had that monitor box for the Mac Studio display.
Yeah.
The reason why it's there is not because I just want the shit there. It's that
Oh.
I was intending to go to the storage. I had some other shit, and I was about to go down there to put it in there, and it wasn't there. And I also had other stuff in there, like my camera boxes are gone. I had my wallet in there. I had some other things in there that I lost that were going to the storage.
Mm.
Man, I hate dealing with shit. You don't understand. Like, I fucking hate.
You hate it that much?
Yes, like I have better things to do. Like, the hell? I'm gonna have to drive out of my way.
Is it far away?
It's
10,
far
15
enough.
minutes?
It's far enough. Like,
Oh, okay.
you were here. The areas that you were in, that's the area that I stay in. Now my storage is not that far, but it's like it's effort to get there. It's just I have to be in traffic. I have
Oh
to
yeah, the
deal with
Houston
people.
traffic.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want to have to do it. But I'm gonna make the best. I have other things I need to put in there, and I can get my other photos out. The things I was just talking about that I want to get hung up. So yeah, I'll do that. Do you know I have a GT3 exhaust in there? I have my old GT3 exhaust.
But you have it just stored in there?
Yeah, I have like old parts from a couple of my Ducati, like from a few Ducatis ago. I have two exhausts. I have a full exhaust for the Panigale.
Oh, wow. Wait.
It's just in there.
So we bought them, or are those the ones that you bought? You bought previously and replaced them out?
Yeah,
and
I
they're
brought
stored there?
previously, and then once I sold the bike, like I'm like, take that shit
Oh,
out. Because they're like, at least one of them, they offered me like $16,000 for the bike.
oh wow. Yeah.
For the cost of the bike, that ain't shit, bro. I was like, man,
Oh.
fuck that. Let me take this exhaust off, because the exhaust itself is like six grand. So I'm just like, well, fuck that. Why would I give you that? And they're like, oh, it's with the. I'm like, no, you said the bike. Here you are. Here's the bike. I put the original exhaust back on and all the shit. So, and then I promptly was like, it's too much effort to sell it. And I just leave it.
guess
It's just
you-
in there now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is Fuji's lenses. Let's go look at the Sony E-mount system, which is what I'm in. Sony E-mount. Oh, you know what that reminds me? I got to go to Lifetime Fitness and do that the same thing, because they were. This is why I thought, this is how I knew it may have been an expired card. Because last time I went to Lifetime, they're like, "Oh, by the way, your card is expired." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll deal with it later," and I didn't deal with it.
Oh,
You may think it's just me, but you'll get there maybe. You know, a lot of my friends are in the same place where it's like,
shit's expired.
no, it's just like dealing with shit because we have other things to do. You know, it's just. Like,
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense because you guys can use your time to produce more stuff instead of dealing with mundane tasks.
it is mundane. It is
Yeah.
sad. All right, so you see 73. This is just for the E-mount. This is just E-mount.
Jesus.
Now, here's the other cool thing about the E-mount system. Because Sony is so popular,
Yeah.
they have other lenses that, other third-party manufacturers that make things for E-mount. And then they're adapters for E-mount. So you can use lenses from other manufacturers if you want. You don't get focus, but you can use. Oh, excuse me. You can use like a Canon lens on there if you want. You can use some Nikon lenses on there. Really old lenses. Like vintage lenses you could adapt. So E-mount is really versatile. So it really depends on what are you after in photography. Do you want to have to make decisions? I'm of the mindset that I don't like, as you can probably tell.
Gotta make decisions.
I just want to
let the
pick
thing
up
do
a
it for you.
thing and just do it. I don't want to have to think, because I do enough thinking. So if there are people here who are like, "Oh, I'm so lazy," it's like I might do more shit in life than you. Let's just say, let's just assume that, right? And for me, thinking about shit, it's just like sometimes I want to not think. When it's like you spend your entire life, your entire profession, your entire career, it's just in thought. And it's like sometimes I want to not think. This is why I like my Mac, because
It does shit for you.
No, you just go when you bought your laptop, you get very few options. So your decision making process is easier because Apple's made most of them for you. They say you will have these things and you will take it or shut up. And for some people, for me, that works because I don't want to have to think about stuff like that. Whereas when I built a computer once, having to figure out what motherboard you want, what
RAM and all that
what
stuff.
RAM, the type of processor, the type of power supply, the bus architecture, the case, the colors of the wires. Yeah, it's a lot of shit. I don't want to have to do all that. That's too much effort. I've done it once, which is why I know it's too much effort. It's I did all that, and it's just I have this giant machine that looks ugly to me, and it had the flashing lights and shit, because that's what the case had. I'm just I have spent 20 hours. It's probably more
that
than
is a lot.
Yeah, 20 hours going through websites, making sure picking the parts and making sure they're all compatible with one another. Going to pick up the parts.
Takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. And it's decisions. Decision is time, right? It's effort. So because of that, I'm I don't want to deal with it. It's just too much effort. So if you are someone who you may think that, I don't know, maybe you think that you want to do everything.
To be honest, no, I don't want to do everything, but I do want to learn about stuff. So maybe this can force me to think those type of things.
Or it can, maybe. I mean,
and then maybe through time, once I do understand some stuff, because I don't want to just buy a camera and then just
do what most people do. They buy a camera and not use it.
Yeah. I do want to actually use it.
Then you should probably get this then, or something like it. You get the old one, the X104. Let's see, eBay. Let's see, X104, or it's actually the F. My bad. Yeah, you get this. It's got the same. I want to say it's got this. No, it doesn't. It has a. Is it the same sensor? Nah, it's not. This, you see that price?
I'm looking at 1200.
Nah, it's not. It's more than that. You'll see it.
Whoa, 1400.
You see what it says?
14,000.
Energized with magic and inspiration.
This camera, this camera energized with magic and inspiration. Is it that good of a camera? Wow.
People are actually watching this.
Yeah, it says 56.
Maybe this is a
watchers.
famous photographer. Let's see.
Oh, he has his IG as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bruh.
Is he taking
Nah,
dope
just
pictures?
look to the right, bro.
To the right? Jesus. That's unpleasant sight. Okay.
Don't be fat phobic. You have to be body positive, Yanni.
Nah, fuck that
Nah. Body positivity. That's what we're doing here now.
shit.
All right, so maybe this is why, because he's like a, I don't know, he has a few followers.
Like-
Maybe he has some stuff. So it's his camera. So it's not really you're just buying the X100. I wouldn't do it though. I would just get the cheap one for like under 1,000 if you can. Well,
Yeah,
you'll be moving here
well-
soon. We can go to the camera store.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get one for like 800, 900 bucks. You can learn everything that you need to learn on an X100.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect.
Like there's no need for you to go and get other lenses because then you'll fall into the trap of, oh, I should go buy another lens.
Oh no, I just want to build everything out of like the foundation out of my first camera. So yeah, this would be the ideal purchase. The X100F or the X100.
Well, the X100 series, there are currently 5 iterations of it, which and the new one, the one that I'm talking about, the 6th one.
Oh, the new one's the 6th one. Okay.
Yeah, or it will be. Yeah, it will be the 6th. This is the 5th one here. The F is the 4th one. I think the T was the 3rd one, or it may have been R. I forget which one it is. But yeah, honestly, I think that this one, I mean, obviously it's the newest one, but this actually is objectively the better one because they redesigned the lens so it's sharper. It's not as soft. But, you know, maybe you want a softer lens because it gives it more character, you know, that kind of thing. One of my friends, all her photos were taken on that. Let me find her. Oh. Never mind. It's private. I can't show it. Like, this is not my personal account. Let's just make that clear. This is
okay.
my other account. This one. Yo, what's up, Cannabis Botany? How you doing? Today is a chill session, so if you got stuff on your mind, you want to say some things, you want to talk about some things, you know, just feel free. No, I'm not actually doing any work right now.
Yeah. Well, is showing me which camera to get, or just talking about. We're just talking about cameras in general.
I'll show you the camera that I told my other friend to get, and no, I would tell you to do the same thing if you want an interchangeable lens camera. So the Sony A6400. There's a new one. There's a 6700, but I would recommend this one because it's cheaper. And this E-mount as well. And the cool thing about Sony cameras is that because the mount is the same across all of the bodies, or you know, all of the E-mount bodies, you can mount a FE lens. This right here, F, it means full frame. So full frame E-mount. And you can also, these are APS-C mount here. So they're meant for APS-C size sensor. However, you can put them on each one. So even though my lens is for a full frame, I can still put it on this camera. It's just going to be cropped in because it's APS-C. So it'll be a little bit closer, more zoomed in. And then I can take these lenses and then put it on my camera here. Now, what I would have to do is put my camera into APS-C mode. So the full frames allow you to go into APS-C mode, whereas, and that's so that you get full coverage, because these lenses won't cover the sensor, but it'll fit the mount, which is the only part that really matters.
I see.
Let's see here. I got people offering cash for my product now, man. Life's so sweet. I'm gonna be in business in around 6 months. Oh, that's dope. What
That's dope.
Yeah, what you make? You got to do some testing. You need a camera. You stuck with a 16-year-old DSLR, and I need something better for 4K. Oh, you're doing video. All right, so if you're doing video, a lot of things change. Like photo and videography, like they're very different things, and they require different tools. However, you can get a hybrid camera. You're just gonna pay more money for it. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. We got to talk about your needs. I can't just recommend something. You said video, so that means we're gonna have to think a little bit differently. Have you ever seen the price on macro lenses? I'm stuck with extension suits. They work fine, but the macro lens would be next level. I do both. Oh, okay. So you do both, but you study photography. Okay. So here, let me go pull up my macro lens. Also, I gotta take this off. I'm hot. I'll be right back.
All right. So what did he build? Cannabis botany? Seeds.
All right, back again. Let me switch over to my. So here's my. If you're in the Sony system, are you trying to get in the Sony system? Not you, Yanni. Although you too, if you want. So this is my Sony FE 90 2.8 macro lens. Let me see if I can pull up the where's the things. I thought it had the stuff on the body. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, it does. Yeah, it does. It's right here. It'll focus eventually. So you can see the minimum focusing distance, and it's got a 1-to-1 reproduction of whatever you see on like it matches 1-to-1 on the actual sensor. And what's cool about this lens is that it has a clutch mechanism. Maybe it'll focus. So it's really, really smooth. And then if I do this, it's manually focusing the lens. Then I can just slide it, and then it goes into autofocus. This is probably the sharpest lens that Sony makes in their lineup. It feels really nice. It has optical image stabilization, so it's it's optically stabilized, which you want in a macro lens. And I don't know what the max aperture is, but I want to say it's like 22. I think it's f22, which you care about on a macro lens. It's unlikely that you're going to be shooting at 2.8. By the way, it's a f2.8 macro lens. Yeah. I see. I struggle with the incredibly. That would fix my. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but you need the light though. That's the thing, is that if you're using f22 on here, you're going to need a flash, or you're going to need like a continuous light that's bright enough to expose your image. Or if you're taking photos of still things, you just expand your shutter speed, which means you need a tripod, but I imagine you already have that. Now for video, what's your budget, Canon's Bonnie? Like what is your budget? Because it does matter, right? Like if you're saying, oh, it's 1,000, all right, it's gonna be a little bit harder. Now
2K.
2K? I would go with a used Sony a7 IV, because for video you want good autofocus, and you may think that you're okay with like this right here. The autofocus isn't as good as the a7 IV, and I want to say you can afford an a7 IV used. Don't get a new one, get a used one. Hell, maybe I'll have a used one soon to sell. Let's see. All right, yeah, it's like 2,000, but that's renewed. We don't want that. Let's go to eBay, see what they are there. Yeah, you get one for about $2,000. And you could probably get it for under that, to be honest. Oh, here you go. This one ends in 2 days. It's currently at $17.50. It's just for the body. No.
Wait, which one?
This is for the A7 IV. The one that this one right here. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sharing my screen. My bad. There y'all are. No, I don't have the Apple Vision anymore. I took it back yesterday. In fact,
you returned it yesterday.
Hell yeah, I returned it. What's that thing? Yeah. I was supposed to return it Thursday, and then I was like, I'll wait. I'll do it later. So I actually want to talk about that. We'll switch up. So I went to the Apple store yesterday to return it, and I was talking to him, because I like to talk to people. And it was like, kind of giving me shit, not bad shit, just like joking around, that kind of thing. And he's like, man, like everybody's been returning them.
No way, everybody's been returning it. Whoa.
I was like, well, how's the uptake? He's like, man, like, people have been returning them all day yesterday and all day today, and they lost count. And he was like, even 3 of our employees have returned it. Yeah. Wow. And when I showed up to the return, there was another 2 people returning theirs. So it was pretty funny. Yeah. I couldn't do it, man. Like, it hurts. I didn't like wearing it. I think I was telling you that. Like, I just didn't like wearing it.
Yeah, it had like this weird feeling after some time that you wore it, right?
As soon as I put it on, like it hurts. It literally hurts my eyes. And the video pass through is trash. For real. I'm like, the experience was good because now I know that I have, I said I had no interest in VR, but now I know I have no interest in VR. Before it was just me thinking that I had no interest. I had never tried it. It was just me looking at it like, oh, this is dumb. Now it's like I've used it and this is dumb and bad, which is the worst. So I'm out completely on VR. Even newer versions of it, no fucks. It's not for me. But that's
okay. Because I was about to ask if you were gonna get the Quest, whatever.
Hell no.
Zuck was talking about.
No. I wasn't in search of. I'm not over here looking for VR. I was just like, Vision. I'll try it. Maybe it'll win me over. It didn't. And it's to the point now where it's like, I think I even said this. I don't think that that's the right move. And I have a video that I'll put out soon. I have my title and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but I got my title. Yeah, so it's I'm good. I'm good. But this is I guess the benefit of life, right? Where it's like you experience things and you learn. Kind of how we were talking about earlier, how it's like I was spending money on all this dumb shit. The only reason why I know it's dumb shit is because I got it and it's like, oh, my life didn't change. It's just like it gets old. The only things that I bought that I really value are the things that I use every day. So like my keyboards.
Oh yeah, the washed keyboards.
Yeah, all of them. Did I tell you? I think I told you. What's that Joe who I told? That may have been Joe. So you see how I have, oh, you don't, wait. Yeah, you don't see it. You see how I have all of these? There's actually 2. There's 2, like there are actually 2. You just can't tell the 2 Apple ones. So all of these keyboards.
Were they money keyboards?
Yeah, they represent
help you make money.
$500,000. So every time I hit $500,000, I buy a new keyboard, and I got to buy a new one soon for this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like
that actually does have some meaning. It has significance to me. It's not just I just have a collection of keyboards. It's like, no, like every time I make $500,000 on a keyboard, let's buy another one. So the goal is to have a lot of keyboards. It's literally my money makers. I'm over here typing bullshit.
Damn, that's cool that cannabis is gonna be in business in like 6 months. That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
This is good.
Yeah,
this is good news. I like seeing people successful.
Do their own shit.
I'll just be successful. I know some people, it's like they like to talk shit. It's just like, why do you want the people around you or the people who who you interact with to not be successful. Like,
Oh
to
yeah,
me,
I'm
that's
all
just
for it
that's
as
just
well.
dumb. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't like the envy and disrespect part of when people I feel like, well, I guess I should not say feel like. I feel like oh,
Get that femininity
oh,
out of you, man. What is this?
yeah. I was about to say, like, it's like discouraged to start your own things, or I don't know if we were indoctrinated to do so. But yeah, when people start their own shit, I feel like we don't give them enough credit or um, motivate them or push them to do more.
Well,
which
for
I
me,
feel like
it was a lack of
should.
support in general. Like,
Mm,
in everything that I've done, I always try to bring other people with me, and then they end up doing jack shit. It's just me. And inevitably, it's like, I end up getting to a certain level, and they're, oh, I want. It's like, nah, like the fuck. It's like you're not.
they weren't there at first.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like you don't get to
They're
come
trying
in when
to-
it's successful. It's just like
They're
you don't
trying
even
to
have the
take
skill
always.
set. Well, it's not even that. They don't even have the skill set. It's just like, oh, well, let me know. And it's just like, nah, I'm not gonna let you know because you won't have the skill sets that I'm looking for. It's just like, it's a mentality. It's a skill set. Like if you are the person who are like, I'll wait until it's successful, then that tells me that we're not even on the same wavelength. I can't fuck with you like that. It's just
What's
straight up.
also interesting? After you do that, then they say, if you tell them that, then they'll say, okay, this guy changed. But in reality, they're the ones who changed, though.
Well, I mean,
They just
that's
switched up
good. You should change. I changed. Like this whole idea that people shouldn't change, I think that's just stupid. That's the
But
dumbest
change
thing.
in the means of like, okay, you're just trying to,
But they're
like,
right though. They're right.
neglect us.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But in reality, they are right. When you become successful, you will change.
Yeah.
And that should be self-evident. If you become successful, that should imply that you weren't successful to begin with. That is a change. Like,
Yeah, but change in the meaning of like as a person. I mean, like
as a person.
I mean, let's say 10-year-old. I mean, okay, well before he made a bunch of money and the Will now. I mean, you had the same mindset.
I changed a lot.
I mean, at the like core, which was like working hard, doing this, doing like
I changed a lot. Like I've had a lot of time to reflect, and like I changed a lot. And a lot of it is because in order to become successful, like you have to change. There are core things about yourself that, you have to change if you want to become successful. And that happened for me. Like, like I used to have anger management issues. I don't have anger management issues anymore. I have to change.
Okay.
Like after a while you realize, oh wow, like I have to make sure, like I understand that if I have a team of people, that they are going to perform their best if they feel a certain kind of way. And I don't personally think that feelings should matter. However, I now understand that they do for certain people. So I have to change how I interact with people. Like I have more patience now. I didn't used to have patience with anyone. It's just like, cause anytime, because most people don't think at the same speed as me. And it's just like, I don't even want to deal with them. I learned that I have to deal with that. So now I have more patience. And maybe you don't notice it, but like maybe you do. I have people who I mentor now. Like that requires patience on my part. It's just like I say the same shit and like nobody ever does anything. It's like I said the same shit last month, the same shit the month before. Fast forward a year, fast forward another year, same shit. Eventually I get it. Whereas in the past, it's like I'll say something once, you don't get it, go on. We're done. There's nothing else to do here. So yeah, I've changed a lot. Even when I was talking about how to, like, I no longer have feel the need to go spend money on bullshit. That's a fundamental change. And that's because, I got to a point where it's like, I could do those things. And then I realized that that's just stupid. It's just like, it feels weird to say because I still kind of like cars, but I now understand the older people when there'd be like, a car is a car. It's to get you from point A to point B. I understand that now.
So it's like things with like you mean splurging, right? On things that don't make your life better?
I think I've learned that it doesn't make my life better. And now it's like I no longer feel the need or the desire to do it. Give me a second. I got to answer someone's question. Wait. Man, you ever want to go down the rabbit hole? They got the most controversial guy who does what I do. So well documented. They make a documentary about YouTube about him. He's like the Chris Chan of my community. Who is Chris Chan? Wild guy. If I knew how much change I would have from 18 to 20, I wouldn't believe it. Night and day difference.
I see.
And we got Hyman. This is, should I begin photography with a Canon 600D? I don't know what that is. Let me see.
Canon 600D.
That's a very specific camera to say to begin with. Maybe it's just more affordable. Well, I can answer your question even without looking at the camera, bro. Yes. Is that the camera that you have access to? If that's what you have access to right now, then yeah, you can learn photography on anything. I learned photography on a Canon PowerShot something. It was like a little orange one. Let's see. Canon PowerShot. Actually, it wasn't photography. It was video, but same thing. Video is just photography, but better. That's what. Don't take me. I'm just bullshitting. Let's see. Orange. Was it this? Yeah, this is my first ever camera.
Which one? All right, let me see the stream.
Let me pull it up on Amazon.
PowerShot range. Oh, it's like an orange one.
Yeah.
An orange.
So I started on a little. I don't think mine was 10 megapixels. This must be the new one. Yeah, IS. Yeah, 1200. I didn't have that one. I had the original one, the OG one. Let me see if I can find that. Maybe it is the 1200S. Oh, this one. This is the one I had. So yes, you can start out with anything. No, I started out with this. So here's a fun fact. My YouTube channel was started with this camera. Now, I know y'all don't know much about my YouTube channel. But
oh, this is the camera you started with?
Yeah, technically this is my old YouTube channel, except I abandoned it for a decade. I lost most of my subscribers. And I recently started back on doing stuff, but it's completely different. I was doing music. But this is what I started my YouTube channel with. This, and I had my mom's computer, which had Windows Movie Maker on it, because I couldn't afford Final Cut Pro at that time on my Power. I had a Power PC, the Power G4, Power Mac G4. I know you don't know what this one is. I'm gonna show it to you so you know.
You told me the Final Cut Pro was like what, $1,000?
Yeah, it was $1,000. Well, Logic was $1,000. I think Final Cut Pro was more than that back then. So this was the computer I had at the time, the Power Mac G4. I had a full. Well, guess how much RAM I had. Just take a wild guess.
Two gigs.
256 megabytes.
MB? No way.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what type of stuff did you do with the? So you said Windows Movie Maker?
No, wait, no. I didn't have gigabytes, bro. I had 256 megabytes. Now what you say? My bad. What you say?
Yeah, I was about to say. So you did Windows Movie Maker, recorded yourself, do content.
Yeah, but not on this.
With that,
not on this.
Okay.
Like this doesn't run Windows. This can't run Windows at all. Like this is back in the day, you couldn't run Windows at all on a Mac. In fact, they didn't even use Intel processors back then. This was back when they were working with Motorola to build, like they were doing custom processors with Motorola. So these were based on their PowerPC line, which is Motorola processors. And you see,
oh wow,
here
Motorola
it is. I had
processors.
a single, and you see here 350 megahertz to 1.4 gigahertz. So,
oof. Yeah.
Here, let's see what I don't know what Final Cut Pro's costing back then, but back then, like it was unapproachable to me at that point in time. It was different. It didn't have the magnetic timeline. It was very different from what it is now. Maybe it's 9, I think is what it was. Yeah, I remember when the new one came out, Final Cut 10, and I bought it. I was an intern actually at the first startup that I was at, like doing part-time stuff, software engineering, and I wanted to get into video, and because I was doing learning management stuff, so I was in video. But I was like, oh, editing, no, I want to learn more about that, and I wanted to get like a professional editor. And I remember when they first announced Final Cut Pro 10, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like iMovie. I can use it because I actually know how to use iMovie a little bit. I mean, how come I don't see screenshots? I want to. Here it is. This is what it used to look like. This. Oh wait, what? Hold on. I don't want to actually look at a video. I thought I said images. There you go. If this shit takes me to, fine, whatever. Just look at it here. This is what it used to look like.
All right. Oh, okay. So I see a dude.
Yeah. This is what Final Cut looked like back in the day when I was looking to get it.
Wow. That's crazy. Looks so different than now.
Here's the other interface. Like more of the stuff. So yeah, it's very different. Very different. So
Wow.
Final Cut Pro 10 was like revolutionary. Oh my, like I was so excited when that shit came out. And when they announced the price, even back then, I bought it. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is, because it was only $300 only. It was $300, but in the past, it was a shit ton more.
Oh yeah, 300. Yeah, it was a lot of money, right?
Let's see
Back
what
in
it
the day.
costs. This is false. Google is so trash. Like, what the hell? How much did, let's close this. Did Final Cut Pro 9 cost? Or was it 7? I don't remember. What about 7? Oh yeah, oh it was $1,000. Okay. Yeah, it's $1,000. Which, you know, little 16-year-old me, that was a lot of money. $1,000 was a lot of money to me until I was like 25. I was like,
I mean, even $1,000 now is a lot of money.
it's not a lot of money.
I mean, for me at least.
No, I'm accounting for inflation. Since 1965, our dollars have depreciated 95%, or is it 97%? Let's just split the difference. Let's just say 95%. Let's be a little bit more conservative. In other words, $1 in 1965 is worth 3 cents today, around 3 or 4 cents today.
Wow.
So, you know, actually, let's look at the inflation calculator. Let's see, inflation calculator. This is why, like, you know, certain things I don't really care about the cost, because I remember like what things used to cost, and for what we're getting, things have actually decreased in cost. You may not feel it.
Yeah, like the purchasing power.
Yeah. So if in, let's say, I bought well, I started my channel in 2006. So let's say if I had $1,000, today is, and I purchased an item for whatever, then in okay, let's just see, $1,000, see what we get. I may have done this backwards. Yeah, so there you go. So $1,529 is what it would cost, you know, from 2006 to now. However, Final Cut Pro is $399. Or let's say we take the Power Mac, no, is it the Power, what was it, the G5, the PowerBook G5, I think, which is one of the laptops that I had, the PowerBook G5 titanium. Costs. Is this okay? That's not it. I guess we're gonna have to use this again. How much did a PowerBook G5 cost when it was released? I love how, like, I asked a very specific question. It's giving me all this bullshit I don't care about. And it costs how much? $25.99. when it was released in 2001, starting. So $2,600, right? So let's say $2,600, and we'll calculate. There we are, about $4,000. Now, how much does a new MacBook Pro cost? You don't have to know, just more or less.
Yeah.
Which
So that's
one?
more than 1.5.
Is it less or more than
I mean, it costs more now.
does it?
Getting
All right, let's go and confirm. I know not everybody looks at Apple prices like I do, but it's definitely not that expensive. So let's say we go to buy now, starting from $15.99. See the difference?
so relatively, I guess it's cheaper than when it used to.
In every way, yeah. Like if you adjust for inflation, these are much cheaper than they were in 20 years ago.
Yeah, and they do
Much
perform-
cheaper. Yeah,
and
and
they
the
do perform
performance,
way
yeah.
better.
Oh, not even close. Not even
Yeah.
close. The screen is bigger. Back then, the screens weren't large. It was like 13 inches or something ridiculous. The trackpads weren't like they are. Mac OS 10, it wasn't even OS 10 back then. It was like Jaguar or Mac OS 9 or something like that. I forget which one it was. Yeah,
goddamn
they
chip
were
as
not.
well.
They were not the same. Let me pull up an image of that just so you can see what it looked like. PowerBook G5. It's this.
Wow, that was thick. It was thick as hell.
Well, yeah, computers. Laptops used to be bigger than they are now, but it wasn't thick when you compared it to every other device.
Yes,
It was the thinnest laptop you can get back then. So, it also had the DVD drive back when they slid in from the front. I think it was a CD drive back then. It wasn't DVD. It was CD at that time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But this is before they did it on the side, because they used to also have it on the side. And you see a little trackpad right there? It's tiny.
Yeah, I do.
With a single
Yeah,
button.
it's way smaller. Yeah.
And you had the actual latch, so if you want to open it, you had to push the thing, and then that's how you get it out.
Wow. Okay.
Speakers were trash. It didn't have a camera on the front. It wasn't.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a lot of it was. The battery
of
life
things
wasn't
weren't
good. It was all kinds of things about it. The screen wasn't bright. It wasn't like really high resolution or anything. He said, "Oh, okay. So Canada, he had one too. So you know what I'm talking about then. You know what I'm talking about. How like, if you really think about it, the cost of computers are so cheap now. I mean, yeah, you're looking at it now, but it's like the value of our dollar isn't the same. And to be able to get a computer as powerful as these are, that can do all the things that they can do, like I couldn't imagine 20 years ago being able to do this. Like not even the streaming part, just being able to talk to someone live.
Yeah,
that wasn't a thing, bro.
Right. And it's only within 20 years. I mean, I guess 20 years is still a while, like a good chunk of time, but yeah, you're right. It's still impressive.
He said so. Cannabis has to 2009. Well, I'm only showing them the one that the original one that came out when it was first released, and it was a big deal when this one came out. But they had other computers like the regular polycarbonate MacBook Pros. These are the ones I don't think you knew about this one, so we'll say
You said polycarbonate?
yeah. So we'll say
Never
2011
heard of those.
MacBook Pro Black. That's not it. Or was it 2012 or would it be 2011? Yeah, here we are. No, that's not it either. Let's just do MacBook. Let's maybe do that. Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it either. That's not it either. This could be it. It's got the Core 2 Duo. I'm not going to click that link. Let's do that. Yeah. I think this could be it because it's got the Core 2 Duo.
I see. It's like a black box.
Yeah. Yeah, it was made polycarbonate plastic. So they used to be made out of plastic before they switched to the unibody design. Like I think in 2012, I think is when they did that. And then they kept iterating, and then they kind of made a new unibody design, which was the last model that came out. No, I'm sorry, 2 models ago, before they went to the touch bar. They did the touch bar iteration, and now we have our current iteration, the M1 iterations, which is the best by far. And if you ever saw people talking about it, it felt like Apple was returning to form.
Yes,
That's what
a lot.
these look
Okay.
like. They look more like what the old ones look like, but they don't have the, all of the CD drives, all that stuff.
I see.
Let's see here, we got another comment. Let's see, read that. And imagine if everyone put in a crazy amount of work and software to make things incredible. Yeah, I go back and forth on the whole performance, all that kind of thing. I would like more performance, but at the same time, to get performance takes time. So you have to ask it's always a trade-off, right? Like, do you want your stuff now? Do you want it to be fast? Do you want it to be cheap? You can't really have them all. So if you want high performance, you're probably going to end up paying money because it requires more time. But now you have to wait until someone solves your problem, which, for all it's worth, like I'm using a bunch of software that's not as performant, but I don't find myself caring all that much, especially on my desktop. I don't care that much. On my laptop, maybe, because it'll hit my battery life. But for the most part, like even poorly performing software is not that bad because the hardware is so good these days. The M17X looks like an Xbox. Okay, let me see what that is. I don't even know what that is. M17X. Oh, this ugly thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I couldn't do these. These giant gaming laptops, they're just ugly to me. I'm sorry if you like them. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Eddie?
Oh yeah, what's up? How you doing? I got the Microsoft Surface Books, and it runs everything I ever need. I almost bought the Surface Book. I actually had the Microsoft Surface. I had the first iteration of it and the second iteration of it. I'll pull it up. I don't know if you know what this is. Microsoft Surface. I think I had the small one, like the 12-inch one, I think. Let's see, original. So we can see what that looked like. It's this thing right here. So I had a Surface too.
Oh, you had a Surface?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know you may not believe this, but I actually like technology. I'm actually.
I do know you.
I talk a lot of shit, but I'm actually still a nerd at heart. I get stuff just because. Like I had a Windows 8 tablet. I had a HP netbook. Here, I'll show it to you.
An HP netbook.
Yeah, with the Intel Atom processor. I think it was
Intel
HP.
Atom processor.
Is it Mini 1000? Yeah, here we are. I had this when I was in college. I remember, like, I saved up my money, my little $700 that I made. I was doing pretty well, but I took my money. I went and bought one of these. I'm like, I can use my little netbook. It's so light. I can take it to class. I'm over here on my little 11-inch screen, SSHing into the school machines. That's why I was like, I could probably get it because I just SSH into the school machines.
Oh wow! So this is where you did most of your schoolwork?
I didn't do most of my schoolwork on here. I had this in addition to I had a Mac Pro at that time, the cheese grater Mac Pro, the one with the Intel Xeon processors, and I had upgraded it. Man, I thought I was the shit back then. I was like, I had 32 gigabytes of RAM in 2008.
32 gigabytes.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Well, it's not fast. It's a lot. It's a lot. I had SSDs, so I put one SSD for my main drive, and then I had all of my other drive bays, all 4 of them, they were full. So I think I had a terabyte, like a that was a thing back then, bro. I even upgraded the GPU. I went and bought this is back when they accepted NVIDIA. So I had the NVIDIA GPU and put that in there. Man, that was the shit. It was fast as fuck. 2008? Yeah, 2008, and I used that computer for a decade.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then I didn't really have a choice because Apple released the trash can Mac. I'm just like, I'm not about to buy that. So I was like, I'll wait until they release a new Mac Pro, and they never did.
Yeah, they never did.
Hence the reason
So-
I have a Mac Studio now. 'Cause I think I was telling you how it's like I'm historically I've been a desktop user. I don't like laptops.
Oh yeah. You did mention
I only
that.
do laptops for portable because when I was growing up, that's what a laptop was for. It's you need to be able to move around. Literally laptop. They call them notebooks now, but back then it was called laptop because you put it in your lap. So if you went around, if you had other places you need to go, you had a laptop. So that's what my HP Mini was. It was my laptop that I can kind of just take to class or to wherever, and I can SSH into things. And it was cheaper than a Mac laptop back then.
Let's
So
see.
$600, remember, plus tax. That's all it was. But it was
Wow,
trash
that's-
though, man. The Atom processor, it was bad. It was running Windows XP. I did put Windows 7 on it, and the Windows Arrow interface made it stupidly slow, like all that transparency. So I had to put it in accessibility mode and turn off all that shit, so I can actually like use it. So I can open Putty. Have you ever heard of Putty?
Never heard Putty before.
Oh, well, you're on a Mac, so you don't have to hear of it. So Putty is like a SSH tool and tool chain. Basically, it gives you like a Linux type of environment.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So
Putty Windows. I'm sure it's still, see, SSH and Telnet client. So I would use this so that I can SSH into the network, the CS network. Well, yeah, you can see. I don't have to use it anymore. I have a Mac, so. Oh, okay. So yeah, he knows what Putty is. He's like, I use Putty. Let's see. I gotta go back. So, which chip do you recommend for MacBook Pro? The best one. Just straight.
So that that's the M2 Ultra.
No,
right
the
now?
M3.
Wait, the M3. The
He
M3 's
said
out.
Max because he said laptop.
Oh, laptop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I would recommend based off of the no information you've shared. You've just said, so I'm assuming you have infinite budget and you don't care like me. So it's like the best, obviously. The M3 Max with as much RAM as you can get, with as much storage as you can get. The first one was terrible. Oh, it was. He's talking about the Surface, I think is what it's called, or whatever it is. Couldn't even stream OBS at 30 frames per second, man. To be fair though, a lot of things couldn't do that back then, especially laptops, especially that were ultra light and ultra portable. Like we gotta give Microsoft some credit. They did actually produce a really compelling machine, like a really good device for all of the technology that we had back then. It was really thin. It had that little flip out mechanism. You had the pencil. It wasn't bad. It was expensive. It wasn't bad. New Surfaces are nice. I can run a high quality video at a reasonable speed while running a few other apps, no problem. I imagine, yeah. Do they still get hot though? And is the battery life better? Bought a used HP something from Newegg for like $130. It's a daily driver for around 4 years. Gonna find that model. It's a champ. HP 14. All right, let me pull it up. Actually, I can't copy messages. My gosh, the fuck. That sucks. I have to actually type this in 14 DF. This is, you see what I mean? Like other manufacturers, even the names are too long. I can't think about this. I like Apple, MacBook Pro. Done.
That's it.
Done. That's it. Nothing else to do.
HP 14DF.
Yeah, I can't compute that, man. I'm not smart enough for all that. That's too much effort. Oh, one of these, just a laptop. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hate touching these. Why? It's because when you touch them, they flex. It just feels like they just like flex. I don't like flex.
I think I do know these. Yeah.
Huh?
I do know these devices.
Well, I mean, I'm not just talking about HP, just like these, like all of them. Pretty much anything that's not made by Apple, they flex. Maybe the Razors don't. I don't know. I haven't used a Razor in ever, but I do know that they kind of copied to the design, so maybe they don't flex. But I don't like flex at all. By the way, I have an aluminum keyboard. Like it don't flex. I like to be able to I like to do shit. I like to beat I like to beat things. No. We're not gonna.
Oh,
We'll move on. We're not.
Oh yeah, we'll move on.
What a
wow.
name?
10
Yeah. I use
10
Putty.
people are watching. Jeez,
M3
that's like
Max. Yeah, M3 Max. But you didn't say for what? Like for what? What are you doing? Are you
probably video editing.
But like, what kind of video editing? Are you editing 1080p, 4K, 8K? Are you doing 24p, 30 frames per second, 60p? Are you doing a lot of titles? Do you need to do any type of coloring? Are you going to do a lot of masking? I don't know. Like, how much video are you going to do? Like, all these things matter, right? Like, you can get a Mac Mini for $600, $700 and edit video. As we've learned, you can have a laptop from 2006, actually it was from 2005, and edited on that. You know, that little Dell laptop I was talking about, I started my YouTube channel on?
Yeah.
I edited a video on that. So just to say to edit video, that's not very much.
I guess, I think, what device does Eddie have now? The
know.
M1 chip?
I don't know.
think so. I think he wants something faster than that, maybe.
But it's also your budget too, right?
Yeah, true. Well,
They
money.
only got hot when you do a lot of rendering for something. Super intense with cools when you're done reasonably fast. I think I already told you what computer to get, Eddie, and you were like, you didn't want to pay for it. It's 5K, essentially. You know, it's 5K.
wait, which one's the 5K? The M3 Max or Ultra?
Here, let me pull it up. MacBook. Wait, let's go to Apple. Do we already have Apple up? No, we don't.
Wait, all right. So Eddie said laptop, right? Not desktop. Okay.
Oh, you said a desktop?
No, I think he meant.
Oh, okay. I'm like, desktop, you'll get more for your money. You know. So let's say you care about budget. I'm gonna assume you do. M3 Pro with a terabyte. There you go. $24.99.
Oh yeah, Eddie, get that.
Now I will say this: I would not personally ever buy this, just because like I can't upgrade it. With Apple, with the new M1 stuff, like you have to get what you want at the time. So for me, 18 gigabytes of RAM, no, hell no. I haven't had less than that since 2008, as we've just discovered. So.
Oh wow! So ever since then, you've been
I've never had I've like once I got to 32, every other subsequent machine I've gotten was 32 gigs of RAM. I couldn't get more because for the most part it didn't really exist. Until the new Mac Pro, you know, the Intel one that came out, that was $57,000. No, it wasn't 57, but the one that if you max it out, it was 57 grand. Yeah. I chose not to get that. I was like, I'll just stick with the laptops. And I tried to buy, I bought an iMac, you know, the 27 inch, spec'd it out, used that for about a year. It didn't meet my needs. So then I bought an iMac Pro, spec'd that out. I hate iMacs because reasons. Like I couldn't plug my other monitors into it, and I had an issue with that. So I only kept it for like 8 months before I'm like, you know what, I'll just use a laptop for now. And
use it as like a desktop.
Well, no, then I was like, I ended up building out. No, I didn't be. I ended up buying servers before I built out my own thing. So I bought like a workstation, one of those Dell workstation things, and I just had it in my closet, and I put Linux on it, and I would just SSH into it for doing processor intensive stuff. So I had my laptop, which, you know, it's not that powerful. It's a MacBook Pro, but it wasn't as powerful as that workstation that I had, which at that time, you know, I was feeling myself a little bit. I had 8 cores up in that bitch, you know, like that was 8 Xeon cores with error correcting RAM. So I threw all my processing jobs to that, you know, and I would just turn like using SSH, no putty this time, just SSH. And yeah, that, no, it was loud. It made my closet hot. I had a big walk-in closet. It just made it hot. So it was just like, I can't do it anymore. So I ended up building a computer. This is when I went through the whole process of like buying parts, and like I hated it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a fucking waste of time. I ended up giving that computer away.
Oh, you didn't even sell it?
Well, no, I sold it. No, I'm lying. I basically gave it away. I sold it for $400. It's $3,000 worth of parts. I'm just like, fuck this. I don't want to deal with it. Here, take it. How much? At $400. Just get it out of my life. I don't want it. And I haven't built another computer since. And I've been only on the laptops until, Apple finally blessed me with this M1 Ultra Mac Studio. And I think I even told you this is like the first time in a long time where I'm like, I'm satisfied with a device from Apple. I haven't felt the need to upgrade. I would upgrade every year my laptops. Ever since the M1s came out, I haven't felt the need to do it. And because I have a desktop, I can now keep my laptop longer because I'm not using it for everything.
Yeah,
So
it's been,
I probably won't
two
update
plus
that.
years now.
I don't
Were they
know,
desktop?
like the day it came out, I bought it, and it came a couple weeks later. I'm talking about the laptop.
Oh, the laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before the M1 Max came out, I bought the first M1. So I had that, until the Max came out, and I ordered the Max immediately because this was before the MacBook Pros. Originally, it was just a MacBook that had M1, and it was good. Like I was like, man, it felt faster and snappier than my i9 laptop. I kept the i9 at that time. I was just like, man, this is good. So now I realize I did lie. I have had a computer that had less than 32 gigabytes of RAM. It was that MacBook, the M1. It only had 16.
But it was kind of faster, right?
Well,
Not
yeah,
kind of,
but I also wasn't
actually
using
faster.
it for any. It was mostly. This was at the time when I was looking at buying machines for everybody, like computers for everybody, and I was like, this is the future, and let me see if post apply and all of the tooling, if it all works. And it did. Like, it took a little bit of effort. I had to do some things, but all the stuff worked. And I was like, oh, I can buy these for the team. And I think they're only like 1,500 or something like that. So I was like, I can get like 3 or 4 of these and just, they can use that. But then, that M1 Max came out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get that M1 Max. Expected with 64 gigs of RAM. Oh, yeah.
But you spec'd it to the full, except for
storage. I got the
storage,
max amount of RAM that I can get, and the max GPUs or CPUs that I can get.
So the RAM was 64 max.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, so it didn't get up to this 128, 190, whatever it is, until the M3 Max. Let me answer some questions. I see some. You max out RAM. So if you're gonna max out RAM, you can't just max out the RAM like that, Eddie. Hold on, let me. So if you want to max out the RAM, you see here, you can't. You have to max out the CPU first. So then you can max out the RAM. So at that point, you're spending what I was telling you that you're going to end up spending, the amount that you didn't want to spend, which is $5,000 plus tax, plus Apple Care. So 6,300 most likely. Which, I'm of the mindset that if my computer has lasted me for this long, even though I barely use it, chances are this will last you for like 5 years. Hopefully. Let me see here. Holy crap, 12 people. Desktops 3 to 5 years life, and laptops 2 to 4 years of life for me. I think now for desktops, Kyle, I think that's probably what I'll expect. It's about 3-5 years, and that's only because I have the Mac Studio and I can't upgrade it. But like I was telling them earlier, when I had my cheese grater Mac Pro, the one from 08, it had PCI expansion or PCIe expansion, and I upgraded my CPUs too. I remember I upgraded my CPUs because when I first bought it, I got the quad core, and then later on I upgraded it and got an 8 core. Bought the processors on eBay for like $400. That shit was I was feeling myself again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I think I can probably make my laptops last for 5 years now that I have a desktop. Because I've always been a multi-device kind of person where it's like I have my main work machine. That needs to be powerful. The more powerful it is, the less I need to give a fuck about my laptop. Because laptop is mostly the same use case. It's always for when I travel. And I've been traveling for work at least for a long time. Like literally my first job out of college, the day after I graduated, I had to fly to DC.
You did?
Yeah, I flew to Reston, Virginia.
Oh, Reston, that's I think more closer to Kyle than me.
Yeah, it was cold as fuck. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
and it was my first time like staying in a hotel room by myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what age was this? 21, 23?
I think I was 21.
Oh, dang.
I think I was 21. I mean, I say by myself, and I mean like I've stayed in hotel rooms before, but like
Well, I mean, like that's with family and stuff. but
nah,
this
not
is
with
for-
family, like with my girlfriends and shit.
Oh,
And, like-
okay. So this is
And, like-
by yourself.
Yeah. Or like when I went to San Francisco and I was in that youth tech leadership program, like I had roommates in my room. So like that was my first time where it's just like I had my own room to myself. And yeah, it was kind of cool. First out. Ended up having a layover and my flight got delayed or canceled or whatever. And I had to spend the night in New York City. It was cold as fuck. So my first time going to New York was literally as a result of me going to that company, because we flew into New York for whatever reason to fly back south to San Antonio.
Yeah,
And I don't know. San Antonio is weird. Like I don't think there are a lot of directs from places to San Antonio, or maybe it was just a flight that we took. But I ended up staying, like we went to JFK. The flight ended up, I don't know, whatever, and we had to get it pushed back to the next day. So I ended up going to Manhattan and visiting with one of my friends.
Oh,
And
so
I had the good experience of spending $90. It was actually $96. I remember it.
on what?
On a cab ride to Manhattan. I was just like, fuck New York. At that point, I'm like, fuck the city. I never want to come back. And she's like, oh, we should go to this restaurant. Cause she was like, cause I have high standards when it comes to food. She's like, oh, they got this fried chicken, whatever, we should go. So I go, I'm like, this trash ass fried chicken for $17. So I'm like, fuck this
Oh
city.
wow, so many dollars.
$17 for a two piece.
17.
And it wasn't even
Two-piece.
good. It wasn't even
Whoa.
good. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you got me in this fucked up ass, disgusting, smelly ass city. It's loud, it's cold, it's dirty. And then we over here eating this trash ass food. I was out, man. I was hot.
So that was the last time.
It wasn't the
you
last
visited
time. I
New York?
went to New York a few more times. I went once. I went once to go visit her again, as well as to meet up with one of my other friends who we went to high school with. He was at, what's that school? Columbia? Yeah, he was at Columbia. So I spent about a week there doing that. And then I ended up having to go again for work. And I ended up staying there for 3 weeks as a result. But I had my own condo at that point. Like, they gave me a corporate apartment. And that was kind of fun. Because, I got to, I was in a nice area this time. Like, it was a nice area and everything was free.
Wait, a condo in New York?
Yeah, like an apartment.
Oh,
Apartment-
oh, that's
apartment.
dope.
Yeah. So I spent 3 weeks there. It wasn't, it sounds dope. It's like you walk in the door, you open the door, kitchen and refrigerator right there. You
So
look to
everything-
you look
yeah.
to the right, bed. It was a small little walkway. It was maybe
it's
like
like a
6 feet of
cramped up-
walkway. Yeah, it was small. I guess it's large for New York standards. Like it had tall ceilings and all this kind of stuff. It may have been like 600 square feet. And
Oh, that is small.
to me,
But I
yeah,
guess,
for me,
yeah.
coming from where I'm from, I'm like, what the hell is this? But it was nice. Like the finishes were nice. It was just, I was just like, man, people in New York, they live like this. This the greatest city in America? People think this the greatest city on
Wait,
earth?
it
I'm like,
is?
that's what
Do
New
people say
Yorkers
that?
say. New Yorkers think that they live in the best city on earth. And I have a hard disagree. No.
Best. How do they describe the best city though? Is
New
it
York.
because-
Have you ever
Just
met a
New
New Yorker, Yanni?
No.
Yeah, I can tell. Obviously. Let's see. Mine's getting old. Good moving on files around wirelessly. Man, I don't do the wireless moving anything around these days. I'm mostly a network guy. Like I need hard connections. But yeah, man. I don't do New York. Although I think I may actually no. Actually I'm lying. I've spent more time in New York than I realized. Cause I went back again for the Recurse Center. So I don't know if you know this, I am a RC alum. So like I lived there for 6 weeks for that. And I feel like I went there again for something else. I don't remember what it is. And I'll probably go again maybe this year. I've been thinking about it. One of my mentees lives there. So I was like, I'll just go and visit because I think she just moved there with her husband. So I was like, yeah. And some of my coworkers live
they're
there.
there.
Some of my former
Okay.
coworkers from GitHub live there. So
Oh,
yeah, I'll
that
probably
might
make
be
a point to just go.
a cool catching up.
Yeah,
Is it?
probably go for like a week. I got this offer from Starwood to basically prepay. It's like $900 to get 3 nights at like the kind of hotel that
nice.
I'm willing to stay at. So I'm like, yeah, I just got to
Might
go
as
do
well.
it this year. That's the only thing I got to
Mm.
go this year.
Okay. Right. So yeah, you got New York, Japan, Japan as well. It's coming soon, right?
Man, Japan is more about like I will happily just say fuck New York. Even though I've already paid the money for the thing, I don't care. I don't really like New York that much. It's mostly just like, yeah, I told people I would go, I guess. Oh, Pratik is in Jersey, so it's like maybe I'll just go visit for that.
Oh, Pratik came back from the States. That he was
yeah,
in,
yeah,
like-
he's back. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he lives in
was
Jersey.
India. He was traveling around. at some
Yeah,
point.
he was gone for a while.
Oh wow.
So I guess I don't know. I might go. I have people who I know there, so it's like that makes it hard to just say fuck it for real. Like it's like
Yeah,
I
it
have
does
so
make
many
it
folks who I
hard.
know. It's like maybe I'll go.
They might be watching the stream. You never know.
They're not watching, and if they are, they'll text me and be like, "I hear you talking shit about New York," and I'll happily say it. This is public. I'm happy to say it. Fuck New York publicly. You know, fuck that city. Fuck the state too. Fuck everything about that.
Mhm.
I don't like it. You know?
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying that I need to go to New York. Just go there for.
I
like
mean,
2
you
days.
should go to New York. You can see all the rats. You can see how dirty the subway is. You can see how disgusting the streets are. You can see all the trash in the streets. They literally put this trash in the streets. It smells like piss and shit. You see it all. It's
Oh
dope.
wow.
Nobody talks to one another. You know, they're all like in a hurry, scowling for whatever.
Oh, there's a
reason.
lot of There's a lot of hurry in that city.
It is. It is. I mean, there are some cool things there. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the museums are dope. I'm not even gonna lie. The museums are dope. If you like photography, like street photography, it's an amazing place for that. Especially if you go to some of the other areas like Brooklyn. You can see the bridge from Dumbo, and they built it out nice. It looks nice now. Central Park is actually if you don't run into the homeless folks.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, it's dope.
Okay.
Yeah, there's okay restaurants. There's good restaurants. Like there's a lot of good Peruvian food. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff there. I talk shit, but like I still have to give them the props. They do have some things that are compelling and worth going to see. Like you're going to see architecture that you're not going to see here in Houston. And while I'm talking shit about New York, I will admit that Houston is kind of ratchet. You know, it's a little. We ain't got shit like them. But our food is better. That's how I feel. Like food is better.
Oh really? Food is better than New York? I keep hearing New York food is like the best food.
From who?
I don't know, people that went there for like a couple of days.
Where are they from? Where have they been?
I guess. I mean, mostly here, and they were in DC. It's like close to New York, so they just drive by for a couple of
Would
days.
you describe the food scene in DC as being? How would you describe it?
I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I think it's good for me at least. Well, I guess I haven't experienced. It might be because I haven't experienced like very terrific food, but so far it's been great. Maybe it's because my bar is low, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm not here to say what your bar is. I don't know. I'm just curious because, you know, anytime someone's like something's good, I like to know like, all right, well, where have they been? Because when I was in Montana, in Billings, Montana, some locals told me that the Cajun restaurant that was next to my hotel was good. And I went to that Cajun restaurant.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. It was trash. Now you got to keep in mind, like I'm from that, like I'm Creole, right? Like it's the Creole stuff here, and
Yeah.
I'm from here where we like this is the region. So when I'm up there and these people are saying, "Oh, this is good," like this is why I have that question now, which is like, well, where have you been? In fact, that experience was so bad that I ended up working on an application. Like this is back when I was doing analytics and shit, where I wanted to essentially figure out what, like, how you would rate food based off of the places that you eat. So that if you were to, like, if you only eat, like, or let's say for instance you live in Billings, because that's literally the example, and you're like, oh, this is good Cajun food. I'm looking at Billings to see how many Cajun offerings are there, and what are the types of restaurants that the people are actually going to in that region, and how are they rating them. And then I need to apply a weighting, a scaling factor to make their score match what I would view it as. So their 5 would be my 1. Essentially, I'm making that part up now.
See.
So it's just depending on what you've had, it's going to influence what you think is good. For instance, when you go somewhere, maybe you'll go to, I don't know, let's say you're in Louisiana and there's this Ethiopian restaurant, and everyone in Louisiana, which is a poor state, they ain't been nowhere. Maybe they come to Texas and ruin our state. Like, they over here telling you that this is the best Ethiopian food they've ever had. You're Ethiopian. You're from there. Are you gonna trust them?
Nah, I'm gonna have to go and check, right?
I don't know. I'm asking. Like, maybe you will. Maybe you're the kind of person who will trust them. You know, I don't know.
I'll have to go and check for myself.
So then I think you understand. And this is where I'm at, where it's just like, you know, when someone's like, oh yeah, this is good. All right, well, where have you been? I need to know. I need to know, like, what's good to you, because some people say McDonald's is good.
Whoa, what? No way. Do people actually think McDonald's is good?
Yes. Why are you looking surprised? Like, what? Like, yes.
Wait.
People say that KFC is good. And the excuse that you're about to say it too. You're like, KFC abroad is better. It's not. I've been to it abroad. It's not that much better, bro. It's trash.
I mean, relatively to here, it's like. I
mean, it might be.
Overall, it might be trash, but compared to here, it's like.
Man, bro, all right, I had to stop you. You need to go to KFC and get the potato wedges. Have you ever had the potato wedges?
No.
That's because you're from abroad. They have those regular stick fries over there. They're not even that good. Go to KFC today and get you some. Have them make them fresh. Tell them you need some fresh potato wedges.
All right, potato wedges.
Yeah, you should do it today. It's your assignment, and then come back and be like, okay, I see what you mean. Like, that's the thing. Like, KFC, like, I've had KFC in 17 different countries, and they are different across all the countries. I think the best KFC that I've had, man, this feels weird to say, it's in Kenya. I don't know if it's because I was starving. I don't know what it was.
Kenya?
Yeah, bro. The fact that you laugh means that you might know a little bit of something about Kenyan food. It's yeah. I say Kenya, I mean specifically in Nairobi, which Mombasa would be different. Mombasa, the food is a little better than in Nairobi. Yeah. Nairobi, I learned what like food is for sustenance. It's culture. It's just like, it's for sustenance. I was just like, so maybe I was just hungry. It was the first time I tasted a spice. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, cause I was abroad for a while, man. So it's like, you know, I'm in different places just eating whatever they have. And I went to some mall and they happened to have a KFC. I was like,
might as well try it.
Yeah, I might as well try it, because all this other stuff is, you know, I might have Kenyan spice now, man. All the other stuff is not for me. I'll just say that it wasn't for me. And I went to this KFC and got the chicken. They even had a spicy option. Oh my gosh. I went there like 3 more times. That became like the place where it's just like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go to KFC. And then I discovered the Chinatown, which is not, they don't allow the locals to go there. And
they don't?
No, they didn't allow the locals to go there. But surprisingly, they allowed me to go there. I'm like, all right,
well, that's interesting.
I'm gonna fucking go. Is it interesting? I mean, they have, don't they have a Chinatown in Ethiopia?
I've never been.
I see. Yeah, you've never been.
Never been. So yeah, I guess.
Why do you think that is? You haven't considered that maybe the locals aren't allowed to go? I don't know if that's the case. I'm just basing that off of the fact that I almost got in a fight with a dude in Ethiopia.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't
How
an
so?
Ethiopian. It's a Chinese person, a local to like from China, not.
Oh, so you was just
Dude,
there.
I was in line. The dude skipped me. He like did. I'm like the fuck. I'm like I'm not one of them. Like
Yeah,
I'm like I'm not one of them. Like you ain't gonna do that shit. And he like you better get your bitch ass. I was. He looked at me. He's like he wasn't. I guess he thought I was regular African. I'm like no. I'm no. Like you
Yeah,
don't
that
see me.
shit
Like I'm the
clear.
tallest dude in this goddamn airport. You think I'm like the rest of you? It's like you ain't gonna do that shit to me.
Yeah.
It took him aback because I think other people they just let him skip. But you're saying that you seem to understand. What do you mean? Is that common?
I mean, there's a lot of rudeness in there and in our people in general.
It wasn't the Ethiopians who did it.
When they took pictures,
No,
did it.
it was that local Chinese dude.
Never experienced a Chinese dude go over me.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time I'm like I'm the wrong one, homie. I'm like, you're not doing that
picked
here.
the wrong day. You picked the wrong
It ain't
day.
even the wrong day. It's like, who the fuck are you? It's like, no, I'm a little. We're different. I know a lot of people like to think we're all equal, but that's a myth. We're equal under the eyes of the law. There is a thing as hierarchy in this world, and some of it is natural. And it's just like I'm not about to have this little 4'8" dude coming over here bomb rushing his way in front of me. I don't know. He's just sort of. I don't know how old he is. Once you're under 6 foot tall, like I don't. You're 4 feet to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah. By the way, Will is more than 6 feet tall.
I'm-
Thing.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. I'm just looking down, like, who the fuck? Like, all
Yeah.
dirty ass clothes wearing motherfucker, just getting my shit all dirty. I'm like, nah, couldn't do it. Nah, I was hot that day, cause yeah, I was hot. Everybody else was nice. Everybody else was nice, respectable, all these things, except
That's
for
That dude.
or his group. I don't know. He was saying some shit. I don't think he understood because I can actually understand. I'm like,
You're the one wondering.
Yeah, I'm like,
Was he like bitch? Was he like insulting or talking or cursing around?
yeah, he said something, and I looked. I don't know if he could tell if I understood, but I was like, I don't talk though. Like I don't really speak. I was just like, I'm gonna speak
If
English.
you spoke.
Speak English. You need to hear this American accent. You need to hear this entitlement. That's what he needed. He needed it.
You'd have surprised him if you spoke in Mandarin.
Yeah,
You'd be like, oh shit.
I have surprised some people when
No, you did?
I don't speak it though. Like I'll respond in English, but it's just like when they understand that I understand what they said, they're like, well, I'm like, yeah, I can understand what the fuck you said.
Was there like an occurrence where they talk some shit and in Mandarin?
Not generally.
Okay.
Not generally. I mean, what are they gonna say? Oh, black? Like that's basically all they can say. Is something like I'm a black man. So I don't give a shit.
I mean, yeah, but it would be like funny to see if if they keep talk shit and then when you look at them and understand their faces and stuff.
Nah, dude, like
It's funny
this
to
was
see their
this
reactions.
was a short interaction. Like I wasn't just like polite. I was like no, and he went back. And he looked at. I was like, and he went back. And for those of you who were thinking, oh, this dude's racist, I was with a Chinese girl there, so it wasn't like that. It was just like I'm with someone. We're both American though. Like that's the thing. So it's just like she's bigger than him. But yeah, I spent the day there. That's what I was saying. I've only spent the day there. I would like to do more, but didn't really get to go out as much. So yeah, maybe I'll go back one day.
Yeah. Ethiopia, it's been a while since I went back.
Is there still stuff going on out there?
Yeah, there is some like civil wars going around within the militia groups. Yeah, so now it's not a good time. Only Addis Ababa is like, I mean, yeah, that's like where everything's like kind of normal, which it isn't, but normal relatively.
Maybe
to
for
other
you. So I feel like
areas.
if I go there, like even though
No,
I'm
you
not
would,
as I would stand out because even though I'm brighter, I'm
yeah,
a
you'll
little larger
definitely-
than
You'll definitely stand out because I'm like used to it. If I go back, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, for other people, they might not want to go back right now, at least.
Oh, they're the
Until-
wrong group.
Yeah, it's like you need to wait until things cool down or some stuff. I mean, it's livable, but yeah,
What's
it's
going
not
on
what it
in
used to be.
Eritrea? Is shit still happening there?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I did see that there was like this 39th African Summit in Ethiopia. I just saw it like few days ago. I haven't catched up what they were talking about. Yeah.
Well, useful to keep up what's going on there. I know that there's been some issues between Egypt and Ethiopia about that dam y'all building on the Blue Nile.
Oh, that's been going on for a
I
while.
know that's because they've been trying to build it for a while, and it's going to take a while to fill that dam. And
Yes, and it's going to cost Egypt, the water resource
I know.
and stuff. Yeah, so
For those of you who all don't know, the Blue Nile flows north. Like the Nile flows north. It's weird, but I think it's because Ethiopia is really, really tall, really high, and
Ethiopia is
then
like and I have a high altitude, geographically blessed type of thing. Where
Yeah.
it's like in high altitude. Yeah,
yeah, and all that water
it's just
goes down to the
geographic
Mediterranean.
advantage. Yes. Yeah, and Egypt, like they do rely a lot on the Nile.
Dude, that's
River.
literally their lifeblood for
Yeah,
all of
so-
the like their entire civilization's history is sort of
Yes.
centered around that Nile. So I mean,
Yes,
I get it.
everything's built around. Yeah, I get it too. But yeah, Ethiopia has been saying like it wouldn't affect them as much, but I don't. We'll have to see. It seems like they're just moving forward. Ethiopia's moving forward with the dam.
Yeah, that's the scary part because Egypt has said that they're willing to go to war, and I mean,
Yeah.
I can't blame them. I get it. Like,
Yeah, I get it
definitely
too.
get it.
Yeah. Well, for Ethiopia's side, well, it has a lot of advantages because they have like a dam, which is like the biggest top. I don't know how big. It is big, like in the top tens for sure in Africa, I think.
We'll pull it up for those of us who are geographically challenged. So we'll go on to Ethiopia, and then let's see, where's the Nile at? Oh, do I not have it where it's showing the Nile? What the hell? Let's see. Photos. Or they're just taking a long time.
And there it is.
Wait, I see the white Nile. I don't see the blue Nile. Cause it's specifically the blue. I mean, technically they're the same kind of, not really. But I thought it was that reservoir here somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think there's a delay.
Yeah, there is a delay. Oh, by the way, I've been to this lake, Lake Victoria, which I think is the largest lake in Africa.
The largest lake in Africa. Yeah.
And I've also been to this lake, Lake Kivu, I think is what it is. Yeah, Lake Kivu.
No, oh, that looks big.
Did you say fake?
No, that
Oh
looks
yeah,
big.
yeah, it is large.
Yeah.
It's very large.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like the third or fourth or whatever. Yeah, Lake Kivu
Yeah.
is. I think I may even have pictures of it. Maybe, I don't know. I have to go look. I feel like
Yeah.
this could be the reservoir here, but I don't actually know. I don't know. I just know that the Nile flows up north, down or up into here, and they're not happy about what's going on. Why is it so slow? It's slow for me too. Or is this it? Is this it? No, that can't be it. I don't see the river.
Right, so it's from the Lake Dana. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Let's do this. Let's just look at Google Maps. That might be a little bit easier. Cause it's trying to show me like satellite imagery, and it's not helpful for me. Oh, is it this lake right here? Lake Dar? Or is it, oh no, I'm sorry, Lake Dar. I think that's Sudan.
Lake Dana?
Yeah. Oh, it's Don. Oh, okay. That is.
Yes. So, so Blue Nile flows through there, and then the White Nile goes down to Lake Victoria.
Mm.
Yeah, But we do have like since they intersect the Blue Nile and the White Nile, and yeah, we do. It's like I guess it is like sort of an advantage that we have. Yeah.
Yeah, I also been to. I was here as well, so I didn't actually go really. I didn't really go far into Tanzania, but I've also been there.
I've been to Tanzania. I did not know that.
Yeah, so let's see the regions where I've been. I went to DRC, Rwanda. I wanted to go to Burundi, but I didn't get a chance to go. Kenya. My friend was in Uganda, and I thought about flying there because it's really close to where I was in Nairobi. So I was like, I'll just go, but I ended up not going. I think it was in Kampala. Then I did Addis Ababa. I met some people from South Sudan. I didn't actually go there though. Did I say I went to DRC a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
DRC, and then went up to Egypt, and then Tunisia. And I wanted to go to Algeria because I met a bunch of Algerians when I was in Tunisia, and they were like, "Oh, it's really beautiful." I was like, "I would like to go," but it's really hard to get into Algeria, especially for me being American. They're kind of closed off. But from what they showed me pictures, and it's like it is beautiful.
It looks nice.
Oh my gosh, like it made me want to go more. I'm just like, oh man, I want to go there so bad.
How about Morocco?
I haven't been to Morocco yet. I haven't really wanted to, but I know some Moroccans. I know a lot of Moroccans actually here in Houston, as well as my friend's wife is from Morocco.
Oh wow, I do hear a lot of people saying that Morocco's beautiful.
Yeah, like honestly, all this area is beautiful, man. Like Tunisia is, oh my gosh, Tunisia is beautiful. I went to Sidi Bou Said. Where is that? Let me see. Here's Tunisia, or where that's Tunis. So Sidi Bou Said should be. Where is it? Is it up here? Oh, where is it? I think I even went to Carthage too at some point, if I remember correctly. All right, I gotta see if I can figure out. I know things based off of. I don't think I've ever told you, but I have a really good sense of where things are if I'm going there. No, I can't find it. Let's just Google it. Sidi Bou Said. Oh, I was literally there. Okay. Look at this, bro. It's fucking awesome. Can we do city view or earth view? I guess not. Look at that. Amazing views of the Mediterranean.
That looks amazing.
I actually been here. I have a picture of this exact place. I know that place.
Which picture?
Of these steps with this door.
Oh yeah, I think you have it in Instagram.
No, not in Instagram. I have another door on Instagram. So their doors, like it's not just them. I think it's all Arab cultures. Like the doors, the wooden doors are really ornate, and it's like a big deal. So they all have like really interesting doors. So I try to take pictures of a lot of them. Yeah, they're all blue. Man, it's a beautiful place. I have a picture here too. I actually ended up taking people's pictures. So I talked to people, like just random strangers, and I'm like, oh yeah, I see people taking pictures. I'm like, you want me to take your picture? And they're like, oh yeah, and I can send it to them. So I actually have a picture. I mean, I still have them. I sent it to them, but like of some kids because their parents wanted pictures, of some tourists, of some locals because they saw that I have my nice fancy camera. They're, oh, can you take our picture? I'm like, of course. Take a picture. I have a picture of this too. So what you can't tell is that if you keep going down, it curves to the left and it goes down a steep thing and it's doing this curving. So this right here, you'll curve down, but you have like a uninterrupted view of the Mediterranean, and it's one of the most beautiful things that you will see there. This right here, this is a restaurant. In fact, I took someone's picture right here near where this wheel is. So this is a restaurant. I ended up going there for like a couple hours, just chilled out, watching the Mediterranean.
The sunset.
Yeah.
Or the Mediterranean. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
The breeze and stuff.
Yeah, everything about
food
it.
There.
Yeah, I want to go back. It was honestly like, it wasn't even a planned place. I didn't even really know what it was. It's just I was invited. They're like, oh yeah, let's go to Tunis. Sure.
I see.
Sure.
So, so you just travel like randomly. I mean,
remember
I guess you
how I
don't
was
plan
saying
as
that I
much.
was just floating around, just going where the wind blows?
So
That's
you're
what I
just
was
going
being
there.
literal. Like I
No
was
planning or
literally,
anything.
people are like, here, let me start with how even, because initially I didn't even plan to go to East Africa. That wasn't on my plan. I was in fucking Nigeria. I was in Nigeria, yeah. And then I was gonna go to Ghana. After that, I flew to California to go to Monterey. I was staying right over here. I'm not gonna actually pull up the real place, but I'm staying over here. And I went to Car Week, and then I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this thing in Kenya. You should go. Okay, all right. Let me fly back over to Kenya.
So yeah.
And I'm in Kenya for a few weeks, and then my buddy's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Uganda. That's why I was like thinking about going. I ended up meeting some other chick who was like, oh yeah, you should go to Mombasa with us. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Mombasa. Met my other friend. She was like, I'm doing the safari. You should go. Should come on a safari. I'm sure. All right, let me go to the safari. And then
that's
like
dope. So one thing led to another.
Yeah. Like some of the people who are in my Slack, that's how I know them though. It's because like I happen to be invited or do something. And it's like, oh yeah, let's go do this other thing. So I met the people who I know in Oman and in Tunis.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh yeah, you should come to Oman. I'm like, all right, sure. So after I flew back home to pick up my GT3 because I was ordering my GT3. That's how we ended up connecting. I'm like, I gotta go get my GT3. I gotta take delivery. So I flew back to Houston. I'm here for a week. All right, let's go to Oman, see what that's like. And I also went to UAE, where you saw me jumping out of a plane.
Yeah, you did. So you said Oman was like one of your favorite places, right?
Yeah. I mean, I like everywhere I've gone. I like, but for me, what makes a place great is mostly the people.
Oh, the people.
Yeah, the food, I can get over that. Like I talk a lot of shit about food, but I can get over food. It's really the people. So I know people there, and because I know people there, then like I want to go back because I go to places for people. Like, I mean, after I've been to a lot of places. One thing that you will notice is that the sky is always blue. They tend to, it's the same shit. It's fucking same. Everywhere I've gone, it's like, yeah, there's maybe some beautiful scenery, but at the end of the day, it's all fucking earth. The thing that makes it worth it are the people. That's it.
And like the relationships, connections that you have. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the people is also the culture, which influences the architecture, which influences the food, all of that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's mostly the people. And it took me a while to get there, right? Like, because a lot of us, we want to travel, do destination travel. So, oh, it looks nice, let me go. And I haven't done that. So I think the first time I left the country ever, I went to Jamaica, which that was eye-opening to go to Jamaica. Then second time,
that was your first travel.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever left the country.
Okay.
So when I was staying in that hotel, I wasn't alone. Like that's
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, did Mexico, did Bahamas, Puerto Rico, DR, all these are easy. And then Africa was a little bit later. First country I went to in Africa. Actually, I was going to Equatorial Guinea, but I ended up in Cameroon for a little bit. Cause I think Cameroon's on the way.
Oh yeah. So you went to Cameroon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Cameroon, and then Equatorial Guinea. And then from Equatorial Guinea, I want to say that I flew to Malabo. I don't see Malabo anywhere, but I definitely flew to Malabo at some point. Oh yeah, here it is right here, Malabo. This is where I saw the richest shit I've ever seen in my life.
And I think
oh my gosh,
like
yeah. Oh gosh, oh my god, I saw like the tallest African supermodels. I was like, it was amazing. Like they're all 6 feet tall, just like god damn. And it's like every time that, at least the people where I was staying at with the people I'm with, like I didn't know them, but like I was in the same rooms with them. Everywhere they go, they have their G-Wagons, a fucking fleet of them. It's 6 of them, and they don't do the speed limit. They just go. They're just like, fuck this. It's interesting.
Damn.
I wonder if we can even see what some of this looks like. Where's that hotel at? It was near the airport. I do remember that. Is it hotel? Nah.
So you just ended up there, right?
No, I didn't just end up there. I was racially forced to go there.
Oh.
because I was the only black person in my org, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we need someone to go to Africa. You want to go to Africa, right?" I'm like, "The fuck, I want to go to Africa. I look African to you?" And then it was
I
like,
see.
"You're gonna go to Africa." I was like, "The fuck, I am," and and I did. I did go to Africa, and then I left after that. So I got that was my first time going to the continent, and to be honest, it wasn't a great experience. Malabo was great, but then I had to fly to mainland Equatorial Guinea, which I think is Bata. Yeah, I ended up flying into Bata, and then from there it was a helicopter flight to some other airfield, and from that airfield it was, I don't know, like an hour or 2 hour long drive to the compound that I was supposed to stay on. And then the compound was actually dope. The food sucked, but like the compound was just like, I had my own golf cart. You know, I had my own villa. It was dope, and I had overlooking the ocean, which is dirty. It's just like overlooking the ocean. And yeah, it was kind of cool, you know. It was cool being able to sleep in a mosquito net and I had to. They're like, you have to sleep in a mosquito net. Make sure you wear all of the things. Make sure you're taking your malaria medication. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because
I don't
Might
think
be in
that you would
trouble
ever
if you don't.
see anything. Like, let's see if we can drop a pin. I would doubt it. Actually, they may have it. It's illegal to take pictures of government buildings there. So I don't know if we're going to be able to see. Nah, you're not going to be able to see this. But I'm not there, and I don't plan to go there. I'll show you. I'll show some of the stuff that I have, I think. I thought I shared some of it with y'all at one point.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we saw some pictures.
Yeah, what did you think? Look like a place you want to go to?
Not really, but it's kind of similar
Dude,
to
racist. Do you want to go there?
I mean, it's not entirely new to me, but yeah, it's not a place where you want to go back to.
Yeah, I'm good if I
Com-
never end up here again. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, who
'cause
wants to be
it's-
rich here? Like, it's so weird. Like, you have this
it's
giant
typically
mansion.
that's how it is. Even in Ethiopia, it's like somewhere similar.
I've noticed it's
but
like
yeah.
that everywhere in Africa that I've been.
In Africa, that's essentially the gap is just rich and poor is just crazy. And yeah, if you're especially used to, let's say, living in America or even some parts of Asia, going back is going to be, or living there is going to be a bit hard or challenging.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely all of the above.
Yeah.
Like everything is just like, okay. But I have a different mode when I'm in Africa. I think I've spent, I don't know, like 8 weeks of my life there.
Oh, that's a while. So
No, it's
should be
actually
used
longer
to-
than that. No, I'm sorry. It's
You should-
longer than that.
You should be used to it then. If you were to go back again, you should be able to adapt quickly because you've.
I'm lying. I'm sorry. It's 8 months. 8 months of my life in different parts of Africa.
Yeah, then you should be already used to, or be able to adapt to life.
Well, this is where I learned how to be. This is where I learned how to adapt to any situation.
Yeah,
Like-
that typically forces you to adapt into it because some things don't exist.
Yeah, it forces you to go with the flow, aka.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, just like, yeah, all right, well, sure. One place that I want to go is Namibia. Like, I would love to go there.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah, it's
there a
really
reason?
empty. Yeah, like if I ever end up in South Africa, I met some people in South Africa. I wasn't in South Africa. We were in Nairobi at this machine learning Indaba for like AI and all that kind of shit. So
Oh,
there's a lot of people who were from South Africa. They weren't black though; they were all white. I was like, wait, why are these white people? They all were African. I'm
Yeah.
like okay.
yeah. So typically South African. Yeah.
I mean, they were cool. I liked them. You know, we got along well.
Yeah, they're cool.
And they were like, yeah, you should come visit us wherever. I forget the name of the city where they were in. It's like at the bottom, like the main one where all the white people are, I guess. I don't know anything about South Africa. I'm gonna be honest, so just take that for what it's worth. But they showed me pictures, and they're like, yeah, you gotta go. I'm like, okay, I'll come there one day. And so that's still on my list to go to. So maybe when I go to South Africa, I can make my way up to Namibia, because there is a specific place that I want to go. Have you ever seen Here, let me see. Namibian desert. So it's one of the most interesting things I've ever seen, where the desert, it literally ends at the coast. Like you have the ocean and the desert
right next to each other. That's
right next to each other. Yeah, it seems awesome. Here, let me Namibia, desert, ocean, beach. Maybe I should. Yeah, here it is. Doesn't that look amazing?
Oh yeah, that is.
When it comes up. What is this? Wasting our time. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That I want to go there. I think it's one of the least populated places in Africa, I want to say. I think it's like 2.5 million people total.
Can you like do a tour and everything through the desert? And are there like so you just don't...
You do realize that like I figure it out. I'll get there and be like, let's do some shit. I don't know. Like when I did anything in Africa, it wasn't like I had people out here planning anything. It was mostly just like,
you doing...
Yeah, let's just, sure. Someone's doing something, I'm gonna go with them. And what I've learned is that everywhere I go, I make relationships and meet people, and like I end up doing stuff with them. Like literally everywhere, to a point where it's like it feels weird. You know?
I think that's a superpower. How do you gain that superpower?
I don't know.
Just being friendly, I guess.
I think being Southern, we say hello to people. It's a thing down here.
Talking to people.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't know if maybe you weren't here long enough to realize it, but like, when you're walking down the street, people will generally say hello. How are you? You know, wave, that kind of thing. I don't think a lot of people on earth do that. It's not a common thing, you know, like holding the door open for people. I don't think that's a common thing in most places. And I'm not just talking about for women, I'm talking about for people. So like, let's say for instance, I'm going somewhere and I'm in Africa. Just because I'm in Africa don't mean that I'm not going to throw away my home training. I was brought up to where it's like, if you're going through a door and you see someone right behind you, you wait and you hold the door open for them. And you know, so maybe it's just that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's I stand out.
Or maybe you're easier to talk to. I don't know. I guess it's
well, some of these people don't speak English. That's the thing.
Oh, they don't speak English?
Not everybody. Not in the countries I've been to. Some people do, but not very well. But, you know, it's not every day you'll see someone like me anywhere. And I mean like African Americans. First of all, most like black people, like who've never been to Africa, that kind of black people, we represent a very small percentage of the population here. Like as a whole, like, you know, all of the black people, even people from Africa, 12% of the United States population.
Oh, wow.
I would say maybe half of that are people who are actually from the continent. And then maybe a smaller percentage, maybe like an additional 1 or 2% are probably people who are descendant, like, you know, first generation, second generation from people from Africa. And then you have us, like, who, you know, the slave folks who've been here for real. And we look different. Like if you see my mom, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, African. You'll be like, you'll see other things. Yeah, and then I guess because we're so rare and most of us are poor in our country, how many black people are traveling?
Yeah, you know? not many. Yeah, not a lot.
So it could be that where it's like no one can quite figure out what the hell I am. Everywhere I go, oh, you're one of us. It's like, I don't think so. It's only in Nigeria where it's very obvious because they look different. Like they just look different. But when I was in Ethiopia, they're like, oh, you're Ethiopian. I'm like, no, I'm in Egypt. Oh, you're Egyptian. Nubian or whatever the fuck. I'm like, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ethiopian, they said that you look Ethiopian, but what? Well, that's interesting.
I don't know. I was just like, why? Is it because it's like, I don't know, I got a beard. I think it's...
the complexion, I mean, you do have some sort of complexion.
Well, yeah, maybe the complexion, but I'm just like, I don't see it, but I'm like, sure, whatever. When I was in the Middle East, like they're like, oh, you look Middle Eastern. In fact, I won't say who because it's a person. She kept looking at me, not in that kind of way, but she kept looking at me, and she was like, because the guy was saying that like I'm American, and she's like, he's not American. I'm like, I'm pretty American over here.
did she think you was? Like
That
from
I
the
was
research
Arabic. That I was from there. She's like, you look over.
Arabic?
Mhm.
Oh, from which
Or
part?
Omani,
Like,
Omani at least.
oh,
So you got to keep in mind, the Oman Empire was huge. It extended into Africa.
oh wow.
You know this, right? No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's
Here,
good.
I'll show you. I think is it Madagascar? Is that island?
Yeah, there's
Or is there another island?
there are very small ones, but the one that is, I think the biggest one is Madagascar.
I don't know if it's Madagascar. Maybe it is. Oh, Mozambique. I don't know. One of these. There was a point where like the Omani Empire was like this shit. So there are black Arabs, but they look different. But I don't know. I'll just look. Maybe it's the beard. That's what I was. I don't know. Maybe it's the beard. But yeah, if I were to put on the dress and all that kind of stuff, you probably wouldn't be able to tell either. When I was in Asia, you can ask her. Ask her how the hell did she not know I was me? We're in Asia. She lost me.
Oh,
I won't say the name. You can find her in Slack though. She lost me. She's like, "Oh, you're right." I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, not only do my height, my complexion in the country. It's like how
yeah,
you
even the height itself, especially in Asia, right?
That's
Asia
what
is
I'm
like,
like,
what,
yeah.
the tall. Yeah, if you're like 6 feet, I think in Asia you're like considered extremely tall.
Oh, anyway, she said I look Asian a little bit. I was like, okay. But then other people said the same shit. I was just like, sure. I don't know. Whatever y'all high on, I need to be on it. But
That's what it is.
I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, everywhere that I've gone, they think that I'm one of them. Except for Korea, obviously. Like not in East Asia, but like down here in this region. Like some of them think I'm mixed with them. I'm like, I don't think I am. I know that historically I am mixed due to the shit that happened in the good old days, in the Make America Great Again days.
Yeah, those days.
Yeah, those days. Yeah, so it's like I do know that like I'm mixed because of that with all kinds of things. By the way, that's what Creole means. So a lot of the folks who are in this region, you'll have a lot of French ancestry, Spanish ancestry, the Native American ancestry, as well as West Indian and African ancestry. And then at some point we had the railroads that were being built, and the Cantonese came, and they were all over here in Texas too, in this region. So, there may be a reason why like I might have have certain markers, certain things. So even my cousins, like my cousins have gray eyes.
They have gray eyes.
Yeah, and they're really bright. I'm not as bright. You can kind of see I'm not as bright, but I have blonde hair. I have blonde and black hair. And
you got blonde hair?
Yeah, the hair on my arms and other parts are blonde. My hair that you think is black on my head is actually dark brown. My beard is actually black.
Yeah, your beard is
like
black.
I'm all over here, and I don't know. I'm fucking leprechaun over here. All kinds of weird shit. Yeah, so it's like maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm not gonna go find out though. I don't really give a shit. I'm about to give my DNA to China. Because that's what people, especially when I was in Africa, they're like, oh, like you should find out what you are. I'm like, for what? Like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm American. I'm a black American. That's all that matters. It's like none of these countries exist. I mean, some of them existed, but like a lot of times I don't really care about, oh, you're this percent from this. It's like, who gives a shit? Like,
it's typically where you grew up or was born and raised.
Well, yeah, it's just like, and even if I do it, these people over here are not going to accept me. I already know that because I'm not them. It's very tribal there. And I'm sure you understand. Very tribal. So it's just like, I already know I'm not going to be accepted there. I'm American. So going here helped me realize the fact that I'm American. Like being in all these regions of the earth made me understand like I'm American. So it's like that we're our own little thing, and we do look different here. Even the people who they're descended from other people abroad. Yeah. For some reason, we look different here. Like the white people here don't look like Europeans.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you've seen it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks different. Very different.
You can
Yeah.
kind of tell like this guy's European and this guy is like American, that type of stuff.
If you would have told me that years ago, I would be like, "What the fuck?" But I understand what you mean because I can tell. Like, I can look
Yeah.
at someone and be like, "Yeah, they're probably American," even if they are like Asian. I can kind of tell it's like, nah, they American.
Yeah.
We look a little different. We're bigger. Like we're just bigger. And I don't mean fat. I mean like
No,
we're
like big,
physically
like
larger. It's interesting. I don't know
the
how the fuck that
bone,
works.
the bones, the thing, like yeah, it's just big. I don't know if it's the food, if it's
I don't know what it is. But like when I was traveling around, I was like, wait a minute, people look different. Like here, don't take this the wrong way, but like I noticed that at least with the females wearing jeans, the jeans fit a little different. You know what I mean? Like, like
Yeah, I know
the international jeans.
Yeah, I do know the international jeans. Yeah,
I'm not talking about jeans. I'm not talking about genetics. I'm talking about jeans. Like
jeans. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do fit.
yeah, they fit a little. They
Perfectly.
Man, that was the weirdest thing. I was just like, yeah, this is interesting. It's interesting. Even in Africa, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not what we think it is. Because I was like, oh, it's people from Africa. We look at it's like, nah. I think it's Americans. We look at it, we have a way, we have a look.
Yeah, which is like you said, hard to identify why. I guess to point out a specific reason. Yeah.
I don't know. Location yellow till bars. I'm not sure what that means. Yellow till bars? What's yellow till bars? You're the internet kid, Yanni. You should know these things. I'll put it up on the screen for you.
No clue. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, you don't know? Man, what kind of Gen Z are you? Aren't you supposed
Dude,
to know
I'm like
this shit?
kind of. I don't know. I feel like a grandpa sometimes with the Gen Z. I don't know.
Well, you get a pass because technically you're from. I don't know if Gen Z is just the year you're born. It's also the culture you're born into. So I'll give you your pass.
Yeah, I'm like way different from people in my age who grew up here, essentially.
Well, I can understand
Yeah.
why too. Like a lot of people in America are way different. There's so many things we take for granted that it's just interesting. The one
Yeah,
that I
right.
realized is that lights. You can turn on a light and fucking lights turn on. That shit. It's not the case everywhere. Or the fact that you could turn on your water faucet and you just get water and shit just comes out. You can make
Oh,
it
yeah.
hot or cold. Like
Yeah, there was a very large time where I had to wash with cold water for a while. And forget even that, but even if there were times where I had to wash myself with how do you say it? Like
is it the bucket
fill
and the
in-
pail?
yeah,
I know. I had to do.
Yo, you
I
had to
remember.
do it too?
I went to the. I was because it was a.
That was
tent. I was like-
definitely a weird experience for you then, first time.
well, so the first time remember I went to Equatorial Guinea for the first time. Like when I
Yeah.
went, so it's like that kind of that helped get me in the mindset of okay, I'm in a different place. I also almost died in Nigeria, like for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
happened?
I got sick.
Got
Like,
sick?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but like I got sick, and I was like legitimately, I thought I was going to die there, and I was wondering, I'm like how would repatriating my body work? Because I do know that they have power issues, and sometimes it takes a while to do death certificates, and sometimes you'll sit there dead, for months. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was
Whether
just
you're
like,
how is it going to be?
man, oh
How
my
would
gosh.
my family know this type of stuff? Yeah.
They ended up taking me to the hospital, which hospitals, it's not the kind of hospitals we have here.
Oh yeah, way
That's
different
another-
than.
way
Way
different. Cause you've been to
Yes.
Houston, so you saw the medical center, which looks like a downtown. That's my idea of hospital, cause that's where I'm from. I'm over here. I'm like, this is I'm all
Yeah.
delirious. I'm like, just I don't know what's going on. And they take me here, and they're like, we're at the hospital. I'm like, this isn't a hospital.
Yeah. Is this how it is though?
I know, yeah, and I know. And then like to get specialized care is unlikely. Ambulance services is a little bit harder. Just a little bit harder. I don't know how it is in wherever in Ethiopia, but at least in Lagos, it's it could be a little bit extra.
The ambulance services, yeah.
Yeah. So like generally when I'm in Nigeria, like I stay in what's the fuck? Victoria Island. I'm sorry. And I can even show you the hotel that I normally stay at. Let's just say that I've been here so many times where it's like I actually know where the fuck shit is now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. In fact, when I went to the hospital, where was it? I remember we had to cross into the bridge over here. Yeah, it was over here somewhere. But let me see if I can find where I stayed at. Wait, I just saw it. Where was it? Let's zoom out. Oh, here we are. I placed a pin on the wrong. Oh, it's the other street over. Let me pull that up.
Those Hiluxes remind me of back home.
Who?
The Hilux Toyotas.
It's Hilux. I call them Helix. The Helix is the Toyota.
Is that Helix? I don't
That's
know.
what I called it. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called. We call it Hilux.
Let's trust you. Like, I remember I said that. I'm like, I know what you. I'm probably like the first person outside of where you're from who knows what the Toyota Helix. I'm like, I see it.
You know what? The interesting part is like there are cars where they only exist in like Africa and then nowhere else in some parts.
Yes, like a S250.
Yeah.
I don't know if it exists in here. I'll show you. I didn't know that shit existed. Let's see. Mercedes S250, or is it S200? Oh yeah, here we are. We'll say Nigeria. It's not gonna find it. Well, even then, a 250, a C250, like that don't exist here. All of our C's, or at least in the past, they were 6 cylinders at the minimum, and we went up to 8. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it.
Oh yeah.
Is it S300 maybe? No, that's a 550. That's imported. I know that's imported because they don't just have 550s there. But they import a lot of their cars, though.
Oh, dude. Almost like more than 80% is like imported.
Did you know that Nigeria is the largest consumers of Rolls Royces?
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is weird because when you see the roads, it's just like...
The roads are not like fun to drive on, or even sometimes...
Or possible, sometimes.
Possible.
Like you need an all-wheel... Everyone has four-wheelers in them, or four-wheel drive, and it makes sense. Like it's like you're going off-road and shit. Go back to maybe... Wait, how do I go back to where I was? Okay. Let's go off to the beach. Oh, come on now. Don't do this to me. Is it... All right, it's fucking with me right now. I'll use my mouse, my trackpad, I'm sorry. All right, every time I zoom, it doesn't matter what direction I scroll. It's doing, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm barely touching it and it's doing weird shit. All right, we may not be able to do this. I'm not scrolling right now. It's doing that on its own.
Let's see.
All right, let's see if I can put it here. I found the hotel. It's here. I'm trying to... Will it just take me here? Oh, it's here. All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can't do it. So we'll say Maison Fahrenheit Hotel. Why did it? All right, where are we at? Here we are. Lagos. I've been to Lucky too.
Mm.
What's the likelihood that it will pull it up here now? Now that I have it in this area.
No, 50% chance maybe.
All right, there we go. So then I can put the little pin here. All right, yes, here we are. So I normally stay at this hotel here. And what's interesting is that sometimes, because it's always traffic, the people will drive down, like with me in the car, they'll drive down the wrong side of the street because they don't want to go on this side and deal with the traffic. So they'll literally be flying down this. Normally, I'm with it's military escort kind of thing. So it's like they flying down the wrong side of the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these type of things are like normal. It's like you think I'm
It's
joking?
just
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
like-
it's normal. Yeah.
I mean, it's like when you come from these type of place, I guess it's like, yeah, and then because we do when you come here, it's like, oh my gosh, everyone just respects the law and everything,
Yeah.
which is
Nah, I learned that. So in Rwanda, they do. Rwanda
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah, Rwanda was excellent. In fact, I actually ended up driving in Rwanda, and like they follow the rules. It's clean. Everyone's respectful. It's not a bunch of just shit going
craziness.
on. Yeah, it's on. Oh my gosh, Rwanda was amazing. It was amazing. In fact, what's his name? What's the Carnegie Mellon? Not Carnegie Mellon. Yeah. Carnegie Mellon. Their first university on the continent is in Rwanda.
Yeah,
There's
I definitely
a
need to go
city.
to-
Gosh, what is it called? Innovation City? Innovation City, Rwanda. Oh, yeah. Wait, this is it? Yeah. This is it. Yeah, I can also pull up pictures of the university myself. It's just that, I was with someone. I don't know if I should be putting that on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All good.
But I went over here and ended up spending some time here. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is the campus, and it overlooks this other area that's being built out by the Chinese.
Yeah, it's typically the Chinese who,
Oh yeah, I know.
yeah. Yeah, and yeah, you know what's interesting? They do follow like similar architecture. So even if you in Ethiopia, they're like projects they build, they're like similar to these.
I know.
Yeah. So
The roads are also the same, where they only last for a
Roads
couple
the
years. Like
couple of years, and then they take years to fix as well. In America, if there's like a small dent, it's like they go there, take a few hours if they want to. It's like the infrastructure is very good, but here it's like years to fix a simple.
yeah, but I know, man. Like I know.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the few people you'll talk to who I get it, bro. Like, I noticed it when I was going to all these places. I'm like, why is all the shit kind of like the same look, the same level of
it's the same
quality?
look.
And it's just like, it's the same people building it.
Yeah.
But you look on the road here and it's like, it's mostly clean. Like, this is all brushed. I mean, there's a little bit of trash, but like for Africa, for like, seriously, like this is
Yeah, it's a
beautiful.
clean road. Yeah.
And let me see if I can pull up some of the other places that I went. Cause I was all over the place because I rented a car. That was actually really hard to do. It was really expensive because no one really has cars like that. Actually, it would be better if I just showed you pictures, but I don't want to just show them here. I've had to go and filter through and make sure I pull out people's faces who might be in there, who we don't need to be showing. Yeah, in the future. Maybe we'll do it on like Zoom. We could do it privately. But yeah, Rwanda was dope. I liked Rwanda a lot.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, definitely need to go
Yeah.
some places in Africa. So Tunisia, now it's in the places that I definitely want to go.
Yeah, Tunisia is dope.
Tunisia.
Tunis specifically.
Tunis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to make your way to Carthage. So it's the old like Greek Empire or Roman Empire, whichever one. I forget which one it is. But like all that stuff is over here. You get to see those ruins from like the old civilizations. They're
Oh,
all
wow.
here. And another place you should go to if you can. Y'all can go. You can go to Egypt, right? Y'all not?
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
I don't know.
No, I mean, no,
I
don't
didn't
have
see
the-
many dark people in Egypt when I was there. That's why I'm asking. Like that's
No, we can definitely go there.
Okay.
There, yeah, and there are even people who Ethiopians who live in Egypt as well, I believe.
well. You should go to Alexandria.
Ooh, is that where King Alexander named the city? after himself?
Maybe, but you see this. This is it's got the old like Greek or Roman shit because this was all part of the same empire. So
Yeah, Alexander the Great's empire, right?
is he Greek or is that?
So he was
is Roman?
Macedonian, but
Oh yeah. The Macedonian Empire. Yeah.
yeah, and I think he named the city after him.
Ah,
So this is definitely.
but yeah, you should definitely go here. It's let me show you the coast. I'm all about coast, man. Like especially the
all for it.
Mediterranean coast. It's beautiful. Like it's a different kind of beauty.
I enjoyed their food as well. Those.
Oh yeah, the Egyptian food I had was amazing. It was also cheap. It was like
Oh really? That's
yeah.
cheap?
Oh my god. Well, for an American,
Oh
like,
okay.
you know, it's like $1, maybe $2. To me, that's cheap. Some of the restaurants, like I went to we'll just say I went to a fancy restaurant and I think I
The food
paid
they
like,
had was amazing.
I mean, yeah, it was only $20 too.
Yeah,
It's the best place to go on a date, man. I'm just like, oh, okay.
All right.
Live it up. I don't know, man. Let me see where it is. So I was in I stayed in like some. Apparently, it's the rich part of Cairo. I was like, okay, I don't know, sure. Gosh, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called. I just remember getting there. I was just so amazed at how different Cairo is to the rest of Africa.
Oh, is it that different?
Oh my gosh.
Cairo is like what, the capital, right? of
Yeah.
Egypt?
Because I have been in Africa, and like I was in West Africa, and East Africa, a little bit of Central Africa, and it's different. And like I go up to Cairo, and I'm just like, wow, like it was huge. It's so built up. It's hard to explain. All right, so here's the museum. So I think I was staying on this little island over here. I think I was staying on the island. Yeah. I think I was staying here. So let me see if I can pull that up. Pull in one of the streets. All right, well, we'll do it this way. I think this is under the bridge. Yeah. So the overpass. So I mean, just most of everywhere that I've been in Africa isn't built up like this. And this is just a small, like this is I think Zamalek Island or something like that. It doesn't seem like you can do Google Street here. See if I can go into one of these alleyways. I ended up doing a little bit of walking. I guess not. Dang, this is disappointing. Oh man, that sucks. I don't think I took many pictures of this area either.
Oh.
By the way, this is a reason why you should get a camera. Like real talk. It's one of these things where like you don't realize. I don't know, when looking back, being able to have like pictures of places is really
And
important.
looking back to those pictures,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't think I took many pictures when I was in Egypt, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of disappointed about that. But I got to go to Giza.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I can actually show that. So I do have like a couple photos.
The pyramids and stuff.
Yeah. How do I search myself? This is Egypt. And this is Giza.
Yeah.
The little Sphinx with the pyramid in the back. And
Wow.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
you see, I do want to take pictures like these. I got, and just upload them and then look back. Yeah, those are sick pictures.
Either I'm missing pictures or oh, shit. Oh, here we are. Here's whatever the fuck this is. What's this place? Kigali, Rwanda.
Oh,
This is Rwanda, Kigali as well. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Same. This is inside the pyramid. And this is at the Nile. So this is the Nile. This is over Nairobi.
oh wow.
Yeah, it looks
Oh, wow.
amazing. It looks like
I'm
looks
in
like a
Cairo,
painting.
So wait. Oh yeah, I do see it. So is it the picture you took from like up top? Oh yeah, flying to Nairobi. Oh, that looks sick. That definitely looks like a picture.
yeah,
I mean,
man,
like
a painting. Yeah,
an
it's fucking
a
dope.
painting. Yeah.
And you can see like the back and forth. So it's like, whiplash. I'm over here doing shit like.
Yeah, I do see it.
And then it's like flying in the Nairobi. And then I saw this really cool little rainbow, a 3-dimensional rainbow. I've never seen that in my life. Yeah, it's intermixed with. I don't even think I told you I had a 911 GTS too.
Yeah, wait, you had that too?
I've had a lot of things, bro. I've had things that I don't even put on my channel, on my stuff anymore. Like it's just, yeah. 'Cause you never. I don't think you met me when I had an RSQ8. I have one of those. I don't have pictures of that. I had an AMG GT C, not the convertible, but the coupe. You won't see a picture.
Oh wow. Wait, the coupe? I think you have that.
No.
Was it the black one?
No, it was Magno gray, silver. I'm sorry, Magno silver.
I don't remember seeing it on your page.
Yeah, that's
I think
because I don't have it.
when I met you, you had the G.
Oh, okay. So there was a point in my life when like I wasn't really taking pictures of a lot of things.
Okay.
I started to take more pictures. So like my first AMG, I've had 3
Oh yeah, 3.
AMGs. I only have pictures of one, the G-Wagon. And I only have one picture of that at that. So yeah, this is Egypt too. And here's Sidi Bouzid. This beautiful table, overlooking the Mediterranean. And I think this is the door you were talking about.
Wow, they look amazing. I think the gold doors, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all painted different colors.
Yeah, they have these. Yeah, you're right. These moons and stuff,
Yeah.
which is like very.
Yeah, they're very ornate. They're really, really cool, and it's like a door that you walk through down here. And this right here, I would go back to this place simply for this fried donuts. Oh my gosh, talk about delicious.
Yeah, I love just buying food within those. Yeah, when people are like cooking in front of me or like making food.
Well, let's just say I had one.
Yeah.
I took a bite as I'm walking.
And then you're like, let me get another one.
I'm like, nah, let me get a couple more. And
You
then
had a
we
bunch of
we
these?
went on our way. We went to some place, and then they had strawberry juice. That was the first time in my life I had strawberry juice. I was just like,
Oh yeah, so I think
Strawberries have
they do
juice?
make them very fresh.
yes. Oh my
There-
god. Oh man.
There's
you
there's a lot of difference.
don't understand how like it changed me, man. Like I was just like, I thought I knew juice, and then I'm like strawberry juice. So I was doing that, and the mint tea. Oh my gosh. Oh man,
Amazing.
I want to go back now. Yeah, this is inside of some building. This is one of the places I was staying at in Nigeria. So you know.
Oh wow, that's a nice place.
I know. I know.
Because you do know it's nice because you don't. Some places it's like in Africa. It's like if you own, in Africa or at least in Ethiopia, if you own an old Mercedes, you'll be. It means that you're definitely rich, because tax is like 300% or something.
Yeah, it's like that in Singapore too, man. Like it's just.
So some things, even like if
Oh,
you
here
have
it
like a
is.
pool,
Here you go.
if you have
Sorry.
like a pool, also in like some places it means like, oh, this is like extremely expensive, you know?
Well, this is the GT that I'm talking about. That's the that's
the
one I
GT?
had. Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is the black one.
it's not black
DC?
though. It's
Oh, it's gray.
Magno gray. Yeah. So maybe that's why I thought. Yes, yeah. I guess it could look black, but yeah, it's that one. And here's the other one that I had. This is the Panamera GTS, the new one.
Oh, the Panamera. Those are heavy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if I have a picture. Yeah, here it is. So here's a picture of it. So I now you know, I now know I should take pictures of. No, we were not gonna look at that.
Look at what?
Nah, nothing. I'm broke. I don't have anything.
Oh
All I
yeah,
have-
yeah. You shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's
but you
the-
do
the
have
G.
yeah, the G. We do the pictures you took from like Oman, Africa. The good old TRX rip.
Oh wait, outside of that, this picture right here,
Which one?
you'll see it. It'll pop up in a second. There, I think it's Hwaseong Forest.
Yeah,
It's-
I do see it. Oh,
What the
wow.
person I was with when I took that picture is in our Slack.
Oh,
Yeah,
Konzo?
Yeah.
That's it? Oh, that's dope. Wait, Konzo, I think I met him. Oh, so that's how you met him.
Yeah, bro. Like
cool.
I'm dead. Like I meet a lot of people, and I mean, over time I'll probably start to add more of them here. But some of them are already here. Like some of the people, like some of the pictures you saw, like that fried bread. One of the people
Yeah.
listening to Slack, who I was with.
Oh, that is sick. So it's like these pictures are like moments and experiences.
Well, that's
that,
all.
like-
That's all pictures. That's my point. You should know for any like you should do photography just for that, because maybe in 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 years,
for sure.
like
You
you'll be
wanna-
able to come back and look back. Like this picture here, for instance, I was with a group. They're not in our Slack, but I was with a group of people who I met in Korea. Who we're on Instagram together. I'm not gonna pull them up, but like it's a group of people I was with. I may have alluded to them in our Slack. You know, the ones who do company stuff just like me.
Yeah.
I met them. Yeah, I was
Awesome.
with them. Yeah,
Met
that's
them
what this
here?
picture is. Or this one right here. The person I was with when I took this picture is in our Slack.
All right. Let me see it. Pull it.
It'll pop up in a bit.
Yeah, I see it.
Wow. Or this picture. The person I was with is in our Slack. So
Looks like
it's it's
the Slack we have. We should not. I guess I should not.
no,
take
you
it for
shouldn't say
granted.
names. No, you shouldn't say names.
Yeah, I won't say names, but we should not take it for granted. I guess international people.
Yeah, but you see the person here, like in the Singapore, in the Slack right now.
Hmm.
So all these places are like cool. I need to go back and do some editing. I haven't done editing in a while. I kind of do it here and there. That's why these appear out of order. It's because a lot of times it's just like when I'm bored, I don't have shit else to do. Let me go. I'll
You
just
do
go
have
through
a
some
bunch of
edits.
pictures too.
I do, and I like it that way because like when I get bored, it's like, I'm just go look through some shit. Oh, this is kind of cool. I'll edit it, and yeah, look at this. This is why you want a stabilized sensor. You may not be able to tell, but it's a little blurry. Part of it is also because the Earth is rotating, and I took a 1 minute exposure, so the Earth is going to rotate. But
Yeah.
This was handheld. I was literally just like that, but it was the last version of this camera, the 3, which also has stabilization.
Let's see.
But this is the most stars I've ever seen in my life. Like I can see it naturally. They were just like clear as day. And I was trying to capture it on my camera. Obviously, it's really hard to do, especially without specialized equipment. But this is on a mountain. And of course, it's not in order. I don't even know where that shit is. This goat was on that mountain though.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's the
Let's
goat
see.
from the mountain. You'll see it pop up in a second. He was eating paper and shit. and he wouldn't leave me alone. He kept coming up. I'm just like, the fuck, goddamn goat. Like, I thought y'all were afraid of people. Here's a sunrise or set or something like that on that same mountain. It's the best I could do with what I had. I had my old phone, and you know.
Oh, that is more than. I mean, that is amazing.
But sometimes I
amazing
wish it
one.
could have been more amazing. But a lot of times you got to prepare for things like this because you know you have the light changing, and you know focus is a thing. There's haze. So, you know, if I would have been able to plan, that would have been great. To be honest, I had no idea where we were because when we went, it was pitch black. I landed, I think at 10. They picked me up, my friends. Then we went to grab some shawarma, and then we went up to
I
the
love
mountains.
shawarma.
I don't. I was just like,
Oh, I love shawarma. But yeah, you went to the mountains. and
yeah, we
stuff,
went to
get
the
some
mountains.
shawarma.
I didn't know where we were. I just know it was just like tumultuous to get there. That's the only thing I remember. It's just like, we're gonna die. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, the fuck, you can't see shit. And yeah, when I woke up the next day and saw where the fuck we were, I was
Like
even more.
complete-
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll never want to do this again. Cause like
Mm.
we were so close to the edge. I mean, I think they knew where we were because they do it all the time. But it's like we
Yeah.
were very close to the edge. And here's what that edge looks like. So we went up here, and this is thousands of feet above sea level. It's like their Grand Canyon.
Oh wow, that is. Whew. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
come
this
up
is
all the
me
way
standing
here.
on the edge, as close as I'm willing to bear. I'm just
Nah,
like,
I won't even. Yeah, it is kind of terrifying. Yeah.
this is America. All of these are America. If you ever get a chance, you should go to the Grand Canyon. In fact, I have photos that I want to edit of the Grand Canyon. I have a lot of them that I just haven't edited. But now I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, this light is visually interesting. I can do a lot with that right now. All of that. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm gonna go somewhere maybe again. I've been canceling
Japan.
a lot of my stuff. Yeah, but yeah.
Where
I've
shit
been
hits
thinking
the
about
fan.
going again, like going to Japan for real, like within the next few however many weeks. We'll see. We'll see.
Before shit hits the fan.
Well, I would like to, but like I'm also busy with the
Yeah,
streaming, the videos, work, other things I'm trying to build. The thing that I might do to try to make it worth it is go to South Korea as well to see if I can establish a supply chain. So
Oh,
Japan
yeah,
and South
yeah,
Korea are
about
right next to
that.
each other.
Oh, so you found your supplier in South Korea? For some
I
reason,
don't.
thought-
Well,
I
we'll
thought-
see. We'll see. I've reached out to a supplier and I've asked for some samples.
For
but-
the towel thing?
Yeah, the tiles thing. So you can see that, South Korea, I could literally take a boat from Fukuoka, how the hell you say that, and sell over here to Busan.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was the plan. I was gonna take the there's an overnight ferry boat. It's like 8 hours, a ferry boat kind of thing, and just take the boat to Busan. Because there's these houses, these colorful houses in Busan that I wanted to go to for photography, but there was a typhoon that landed 2 days after I got to Seoul. So that kind of blew apart a lot of things. So I had intended to take a train to Busan, and I'm shit you not, because that was the only thing I knew about Korea was that fried chicken I saw in Denver airport while I'm laid over. Delayed flight, pissed off that my truck's stolen, and that's where I booked the flight just randomly. So I was like, Train to Busan, I like that movie, I'm gonna go to Busan.
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, that's why Busan came from. I wasn't even thinking about Seoul. I was just like, I'm gonna go to Busan on a train. I'm gonna take a photo and some videos of it. That got fucking shut out. I had planned to go to Jeju Island. That got shut out. So I do want to go back because I didn't get to do any of the things that I really wanted to do. So I went to Seoul, and then my only consolation was that I went to Suwon here, which is where I met one of the people in our channel. That picture that I showed you, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Suwon. In fact, I think that this could be where I stayed. Maybe.
Was it the one where you did stay like what, two places? One was like where you had like a cool like sunset view or something.
In Suwon?
Or was it in a different
No, I stayed at the
city?
courtyard in Suwon. At the Galleria, actually. And what's crazy, it's the same Galleria that we have here in Houston.
Oh really?
Yeah. So here, let me pull it up. It's actually really cool. I have a picture of it too. It's visually striking in every way. Is it that one? No, it's not this one. It's the other one. Throw it here. Should be on the corner right here, Galleria. Wait, was it not open? I wonder if it wasn't open when... Oh, shit. Wow. It wasn't open. It didn't exist.
Oh wow.
I don't even see the hotel that I stayed at. No, that can't be that can't be right. I refuse to believe. Well, Galleria is right here, over there, but like, there's no way that didn't. Wow, that's actually impressive. Let's see if we do Galleria. Will it come up with pictures? Only on the inside. Interesting. So it must have had just opened when I went.
Yeah. Was it like brand new when you got there?
I guess so. I don't know. I mean,
Did it feel like
it honestly,
like-
like everywhere I went in Korea, I was just like, man, like this is dope. Like I went with no expectations because I literally went off of looking at a random video. I saw some fried chicken. I was just like, that shit looks delicious.
Oh,
I don't even have a
was this
vehicle
the
anymore.
place? Was this a place where you like? I want to try these Costco fried chickens. something
No,
else?
no, this is not like Korean fried chicken. It was
That's
Korean
dope.
fried chicken. Yeah, so it didn't exist. Wow, that's actually that's interesting. Here, I'll show you what. I'll actually show it to you then. What's there now? It looks really cool. Or maybe not that way. Maybe it's this way. By the way, this is Suwon right here too. Wait. Oh, here we are. Yeah. This is the Galleria. So I guess it didn't exist. It's visually striking. I remember because I took the subway and I'm walking to my hotel, and then I'm like, I see this. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So first thought, because it's tall, like you can't tell how tall it is, but it is tall, and it's just like, it's just crazy looking. So I'm walking out of the subway with my luggage and shit, you know, just doing my walk. I'm looking, I'm like, the hell is this shit?
It's like some unique architecture. Like,
It's a high-end mall. So I actually ended up buying some shit. You know, got me some Off-White. They had a special release of some Balenciagas. So I got some Balenciagas. They had those little statues that people like to buy, the expensive ones. I was gonna buy one, and I asked, I'm like, can y'all ship it to America for me? Because I'm not about to just fucking walk around with these things. They're like, no, we can't ship it. And I was like, all right, well then leave it there. It's one of those
things.
bears.
Yeah, people buy them a lot and they're priced.
I know.
I'm like, what? Is it like something new or
I was confused. I don't know. I just saw it. I was just like, I saw it and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool looking. I didn't, honestly, all the money's fake to me because I'm just like, I don't know the money. I was just like, it says something like 10 billion or whatever. And I was like, sure. How much is that? I think it was like 7,000. I was like, okay. If you ship it, we can't ship it. Okay, well.
Yeah, I think they're called claws or whatever.
No, it's not the claws. It's another bear.
It's another bear.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Asian bear art, Korea. I don't know. Maybe we'll find. Nope. Maybe it's I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know how to find it. But it was like bear and it had like art shit on it. You know, drawings and stuff. Maybe we do South Korea. high end. You're learning how I do Google search. I just throw in terms and hope that it figures it out. None of this is it. Maybe if I put Galleria Suwon. Nope.
Was it like in being sold in a Balenciaga store?
No. It was in one of their. I don't know, man. Like it's all in Korean, except for the Balenciaga. Like I knew the Balenciaga stuff. They had the Rimowa store, as well. It's not like I was looking for new luggage, but for every country that I go to, if they have a Rimowa store, I will go there. I put stickers and stuff. So it's like I'm either looking for tags or stickers. So like anytime I go to a new place, if they have a Rimowa store, I'll get one of the, because they have special edition stickers in these stores. You know, you need something to do at a certain point in life.
I mean, no. I mean, when you look back, since like you carry luggage all the time, and then it's like memories in a sense.
Well, the thing is, I don't carry that luggage all the time. I put it on my trunk.
You put it in your trunk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the mall looks epic.
It is epic, bro. Like this picture is insane. I didn't get a picture like this. I was just like, yeah. So this is across the street at the Lottie or Lot store, however you say it. Lottie is like this big store brand or whatever. They do everything in South Korea, literally everything. Like they have this chaebol network where it's only like 5 or 6 families and they own almost everything in the country. It's kind of a messed up situation, to be honest. But yeah, there you go. Inside, I didn't realize it was that new.
Yeah, it seems like it was open in 2020.
Oh, it was?
I saw a date like.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I must have went like a year or so after it opened. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it was amazing, this building, and then it was very different from. I went to the old city, which is still, it's like behind a gate kind of thing. There's a wall that surrounds the entire old city of Suwon, and now I was just walking around, and yours truly walked up. He's like, "Oh yeah, take a picture or something." I guess he was right. I don't know. He walked up to me. I think it's because I stand out again. Cause I'm over here taking pictures. Yeah, he walked up to me.
Okay. Well, that's dope.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we've chilled enough. Chill session.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. How long has it been?
3 hours and some change. Now I'm still hitting my goal of 3 hours. So for those of you who came here expecting to see me coding, well, you had your opportunity to say, hey, we should do some coding, and you didn't say it. So I may do that on Monday. Otherwise, I'll just do another one of these chill things as well. Or maybe we'll talk about what's going on in current events. So, yeah. Let me end this right quick, Yanni. And I'll give me a second. So if y'all enjoy any part of this, if you weren't completely bored out of your mind, I could do more of it. We could talk more about whatever's going on. But I'm going to head out for now. I will likely be back. I'm not going to say likely. I might be back. Low probability. No, never mind. I'll take that back. I'm not going to be back. This is it. I'm not going to do any more streaming for today. So I will see y'all on Monday. So y'all have a good one. Hold on.